Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Hazel Lucia Tarot. I am your tarot reader Stephanie, and today we have a fun reading. We have your next date. This is regardless of what status you are. You could be single, casually dating, in a situationship, or even married. We're going to see what your next date is, what the next big occasion with you and your person is. We have 5 piles here for you today. Pile 1, we have the red jasper heart. Pile 2, we have the agate moon. Pile 3, we have a smoky quartz heart. Pile 4, we have a selenite moon. And pile 5, we have a selenite heart. So take a few deep breaths, think about you, your person, or just the energy of your next date in general, and I'll be ready for your reading whenever you are. Hello there, pile 1. If you chose the red jasper, then we have your reading here for you about your next date. We're going to see who your next date is going to be with, as well as what could happen on this date and anything else that needs to come through for you. And this is regardless of whether you are single, somewhere in between, or in a relationship, because if you are in a relationship, then you could probably just guess that this could be your person, and what you may be doing next time, or what the vibe is going to be with you and your person next time you go on a date with them. But regardless, we're going to look at the connecting cards, which you chose here, and then we're going to do this A and B style to see where you and your person are going to be at, and this could give you an indication of who this person is. So let's start with the cards that you chose. We have They Are Not You, so you're definitely one of a kind here, pile 1, or at the very least, there's something very unique about you. I do feel that there's something casual about this if there's like a sense of comparison. We also have the Drowned King, Rex Maranus. Interesting. Somebody has a I take this card to be the what's the term, the subverted ego, I guess. This is so interesting. Somebody is kind of, I'm literally seeing a king step down from his throne or take off his crown and kneel. I don't know why that imagery is coming through strongly, but somebody here, whoever is more likely the masculine energy, I guess, would be the one doing this. But somebody here is kind of, well, what's the word? Oh, a beautiful face. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, somebody here is kind of like in awe of either your beauty, the fact that you gave him a chance, or something about, well, one, your beautiful face for sure. I do feel like this person finds you very, very attractive. They are not you. They haven't really ever been with somebody like you, or you're a very rare type of person. I do feel like there is going to be attention to your physical beauty or your physicality. Like it could be the way you dress or the way you carry yourself. The Drowned King lets me know that regardless of how this person is, I feel like around you, they feel, I don't want to say vulnerable, but it could be vulnerable. It's also like they don't feel like they're on top of the world, and not in a bad way. It's more like they're very humbled by the fact that they get to have any time with you, is what I'm getting. It's giving, I hate saying this word because I do not think this word is a bad word or like a negative connotation, but it's giving simp energy, but I feel like in a good way. Like this person really just wants to make sure that you are treated like the royalty that you are, pile 1. Already I'm kind of loving this, but let's go ahead and get your individual cards. I'm intending it to be on the left side, pile 1, and your person to be on the right side, but feel free to flip these around if you feel like that, if one side fits you more than the other. So for my pile 1, we have consciousness for you, and then for your person, we have rest. So definitely your person has gone a while since they've either dated or have been out and about, or maybe they just haven't really focused on romance. Rest lets me know that they're probably, it could be possible that they're taking like some sort of sabbatical or vacation or something. Like they're taking a break from whatever they do, and this kind of opens up space and time for them to make time for you, if that makes sense. With you in consciousness, I do feel like you're a highly connected individual, not just to yourself, but to source and to the kind of person that you are. I feel like you wouldn't really go on this date if you weren't in a good space. So you're going to be in a good space, pile 1. And back at the decks, I happened to glance at it. We have sadness. This kind of goes with the Drowned King. Somebody here has either lost something, or there could be like an undertone of melancholy. Not because you're both sad with each other, but maybe somebody is coming out of a phase where they've experienced a lot of sadness, whether there's been like for example, a loss in the family, or somebody has undergone something a little bit traumatic. I feel like either both or one of you is coming out of something that is otherwise, I'll be honest, a little sad. Maybe somebody here has been going through a bout of depression, and this date, this meeting, is something where you both get to have a little fun, or you get to share your experiences, if that is applicable here, if it's something you're comfortable doing. Let's go ahead and get more cards for you, pile 1. For you, we have untamable. Interesting. It wouldn't surprise me if you've been single for a long time, or there's just aspects of yourself that you refuse to tame. And not in a bad way either. I definitely see you as very independent, pile 1. So it doesn't surprise me that, well, 1, you may still be single when you're with this person too. That the thing this person really likes about you is the very thing that makes them act a little submissive. It's kind of like they know you're very much, even if you don't come off as very dominant, I feel like your independence or your carefree attitude could really give off that vibe that you're somebody who cannot be tamed. Therefore, they don't really want to tame you, but at the same time, they do. If that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get a card for your person. We have reason. So your person is a very reasonable individual. I do feel they're a lot calmer than you. I do feel like this person probably uses their logic more than anything, which is part of the reason why they're very open to being with you. Because I'm not sure if you're their type or not, but I do feel like they understand how different you are, your uniqueness, if you will. I actually really, really like this. It's kind of like, if this isn't your typical type of person, you may decide to take a chance on this type of person and decide that maybe you need somebody a little bit more opposite from you than what you're used to. Because sometimes people tend to gravitate towards people who are very much like them. But in this case, I do see a stark contrast between you and your person. Somebody here is a little bit more free-spirited and connected, and the other person is a little bit more, what's the word? Mild, or a little bit more tamed. Let's put it that way. Somebody here is introverted. Somebody here is definitely extroverted. For example, not saying that you're introverted or extroverted. It's just that kind of dynamic between you and this person. For you, we have transformation, serpent. I'm not surprised because, like I said, I feel like for a lot of you, you just come out of something. And this is like your first time having a date or something along those lines, or you could have been single for a long time. I feel like this could easily be the both of you. Also, the number 4 is important here because we have 4 and then 44. So maybe April could be an important month, or anytime, anything to do with the number 4. Somebody could have been born on the 4th, or a life path 4. We also have 33 over here, which, oh, and number 3, which I didn't mean to place it over here, but there's something about synchronizing numbers for sure. Angel numbers are coming through, 444, 333. But also they're kind of in consecutive order. We have 4 and then 3. So whoever this person is, it's kind of like the universe did line them up to be the very next person you were meant to have a date with or an experience with. We'll get into what the date is in a moment. It's interesting getting to know your energies here. We have shooting star, serendipity. Quite literally, you could be your person's wish come true, or maybe they kind of hoped that they would have a chance with you, which I know seems weird, but I feel like you will have known this person for a little while before you actually go on a date. At least a few weeks. Like, I do think from the moment they met you or saw you, they were like, dang, I really hope I get to hang out with pile 1. Not even in a date kind of way, just like they would hope they would have more time with you, which is really interesting. It's kind of cute. And then back of the deck, we have cleansing, which I do feel there's something new about this energy. It feels very fresh. It feels very cleansing for sure, because I do feel like you both have baggage, or you both have something to do with the past, but we're not talking about that. There is a strong hint of it, and maybe that's something you may or may not talk about, or if the date goes well, you may talk about it in the next date. But I do feel like there's something here about your history or histories that is actually going to impact this connection for sure. Not the date per se, but it's like, you know how when you have an underlying question, or you're just curious about something, but you know it's not the time to ask? That's what I'm getting here. So your person may have things to ask, or you may have things to ask your person that you may not get to here. For you, we have mother. So literally, some of you could be mothers. But there's also something to be said about your nurturing energy. I feel like a lot of you could have a very naturally mothering energy, and you definitely nurture your person, or this could be something that was that drew them to you, the fact that you're very nurturing, or even the fact that you're a mother. Maybe they also have children and they're looking for somebody who knows how to deal with children. Take whichever resonates here. Let's go ahead and get a card for your person. We have evolution. Like I said, you both have gone through big changes. You have transformation, they have evolution. And this could be a topic that you both discuss, or this could be, again, like the first time you've gone on a date with somebody after going through a big transformation. I feel like that's definitely the both of you, though, which I think is part of the reason you get along so well, or why you agreed to this. It's like you both recognize the energy of having undergone something. So it's like you both want to start anew. You both definitely have this need or want for fresh energy, and you find it with each other. Let's go ahead and get a last card. What am I doing? Let's do the gods and goddess decks. I haven't done that in a minute. So I'm gonna let you be the goddess and let your person be the god here. But you do not have to identify with those genders. Pile 1, I just know that the majority of the people who watch this will usually be, you know, straight women into men. But you do not have to go, but you could choose whichever you prefer. Let's just give you that option. So for your person, we have Cernunnos, shape-shifting. There's something here about your person just wanting to be what you want. I feel like, you know what's interesting, especially with the Drowned King, evolution, and shape-shifting, I feel like they're still trying to figure out who they are or what kind of things they may want. So it's not indecisiveness per se, but it's a willingness and being open to different types of people, situations. I feel like they're in a very exploratory part of their life, for sure. Excuse me, my throat chakra. I feel like this person may not even be wanting to talk about this. Maybe they may avoid trying to talk about either like identity, what they want, what they don't want. It's quite possible they may not know what they want. But depending on, again, the chemistry here, that may or may not bother you. Back of the deck, Green Man, abundance. Something earthy about your person for sure. I wonder if they really like being in the outdoors. With abundance, though, I do get the feeling that either they're focused on the bag or they've already made their bag. So work is something that kind of has revolved around their life for some time now, or at the very least, focusing on making money, whichever is more applicable. And then for you, I'm actually going to use the Dark Goddess deck. I thought about using the counterpart of that, but I actually been loving this deck a little bit more. So for my pile 1, we have new fertility. Okay, something about this mothering energy and fertility. I wonder if they're quite literally looking for somebody who could be like a potential partner. Like, I don't know why, but this person is kind of focused on somebody who would want to, if not literally have children with them, then somebody that they can grow with. Somebody who's able to not just be there, but also kind of, I'm hearing harvest. Like, this person wants to create something that they can grow. They want to find someone they can grow with, essentially. Or they want to be with somebody who's going to be willing to, like, be that. Why do I keep hearing fertile energy? But I don't want you to take it the wrong way. Like, it's not like they're looking for a breeding person. That's not what I'm getting. Well, I mean, they could, but that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting more that they're looking for somebody who's able to nurture. This person is very aware of the potential and power of feminine energy, and I feel like they very much respect it. Hence why this Drowned King energy is here. And reason and serendipity. This could be very, very primal and subconscious. I don't want you to think like this person is actively looking for somebody to just have babies with. That's not what I'm getting. I feel like there's like this earthy part of them, the more biological human part of them is looking for somebody who's willing to like create a family, because I do feel this is what this person may want. Regardless of how that family may look to them, like maybe even if they are rather unconventional, they would still want somebody to have children with for whatever reason. This is kind of weird, but this is coming through for this person. And then back of the deck, Lilith, rebellion. But at the same time, this person likes the fact that you're very untamable, rebellious. It's kind of like, how do I put this? They love a wild, independent person, but they also kind of want to tame that just a little bit by domesticating that person. I hope that makes sense. And you can take that as positively or negatively as you want. I'm just giving you what this person's perspective is, which is so interesting. Maybe you yourself are also this way. Maybe you are like very independent and very rebellious, and you don't mind that identifying with that, but you also want to have children. So it could be one or the other. I guess it depends here. This is definitely the energy of single motherhood as well. So that wouldn't surprise me if that was you, pile one. But it's very interesting that this person's very reasonable, but at the same time, I feel like they know how to adapt to different people's personalities or different people's wants and wishes. So if there's one thing you may or may not like, depending on how you see it, is how they're very what's the word, not agreeable, but like they're willing to be whatever you want. And I guess depending on how you view that, you may or may not like that, because they're very aware that you have a lot more control just naturally. You're much more dominant than they are. And again, do with that as you like. I feel like some people like this, some people may not, or depending on what you're looking for. I do want to read from the book for the Drowned King, because even though I did explain it, I kind of want to see what else is coming through there. So from the book, Ego Collapse, Losing Face, and Humility. In alchemy, the archetype of the king is often used as a symbol for the ego, the aspect of the self that is attached to its title, name, and identity. It is said that the drowned king is the required phase in the process of transformation, which you both have. You have transformation and your person has evolution. Only through dissolving who they thought they were is the king able to become who they are destined to be, a kind and benevolent leader. How does the drowning occur? Not voluntarily, that's for certain. Through circumstances beyond their control, the king is brought to their bottom, to their knees, which I did mention that. When this card appears, expect a huge blow to the ego, impactful enough that it causes one to turn their life around, prioritizing grace over greed, benevolence over brutality, sovereignty over selfishness. The drowned king eventually resurfaces as a changed, benevolent king. So, there is something here. I mean, quite literally, this date could do that to the both of you, but I feel like more than likely this has already happened before you come into union, or before you even get to know each other, because there's this feeling that you both have subverted your egos in one way, shape, or form. Maybe one more strongly than the other, maybe somebody here more drastically than the other, but I do get the feeling that somebody here has gone through an ego death for sure. And it could honestly be both of you. And maybe you're very different people by the time you come into union, or by the time you go on this date. So if you're having trouble figuring out who you are here, pile one, it wouldn't surprise me. I feel like either you're still going through this transformation of the ego death, or you could go through it by the time you get there. But let's go ahead and move on to the tarot portion to see more specifically what is going to happen on this date. And anything else you may need to know. I am going to start from like how the date begins, like how is it secured, how do you meet? Just in case you still don't know who this is, or you feel like this is somebody you don't know or would never go out on a date with. And let me tell you, anytime I've told myself that I would never date XYZ, I would very much end up in that. So be careful what you say you may or may not want, because the universe may be like, are you sure about that? And sometimes even involuntarily so. So that's definitely a subversion of the ego there in and of itself. But let's go ahead, and not saying that if it's something you don't want, you don't have to have it. I mean, we do have freedom of will here, but I'm just saying there have been times that I've been like, I would never do that, and then I end up doing just that. So for my pile one, let's go ahead and see how you and this person meet. We have Six of Wands. Okay, so definitely doing something that you like, or maybe after having overcome something, you definitely want something. Maybe there's a promotion here and you just feel better about yourself. There's definitely like an up-leveling of some sort. Something positive has happened, and I feel like this is when you both meet, because you're both going to be like at a different, if we're talking about vibrations here, you're both going to be at a higher vibration. You're both going to be in a great mindset. It could also be that you and this person just have a really great time anytime you get together. So you will have a conversation and it's always positive. So you just decide, hey, why not go on a date with this person? Why not meet them outside of wherever you typically meet them? Whether it's the gym, workplace, school, whatever the case is. So I definitely feel like you both meet at a great time. And not only that, but it feels like a win when you both make this date. Like you're both going to feel really great about it. It's not going to be one of those dates where you feel obliged to say yes to somebody, or you're just bored and you're like, yeah, sure, why not? I feel like you're both genuinely looking forward to this. So what is the setting of this date? Actually, I'm going to leave this up here. Five of Cups. You know what's interesting? Quite literally the setting, if you look in the back, there's like a bridge and then like a town. And she's on a, I mean, I want to say this is a beach. So if you already live near somewhere like this could just be an indication of your surroundings. You could have to drive over a bridge, go into town. Maybe there's water nearby. So that's just taking this card very literally. But the setting Five of Cups would also be like, I'm getting a bar. I'm getting a bar because of all the cups. So definitely somewhere where there's alcoholic drinks, not necessarily saying that you have to drink it, but that could be what the area is known for, whether it's like a college town where there's bars everywhere, or you could literally go to like your favorite bar because that's just where you like to go. And there's definitely, like I said, there's going to be this underlying sadness, and I'm not sure who or what that's about. And you may or may not talk about it, but that's definitely going to come up here. Or you're both going to feel that. So that's the settings, that's the surroundings. The next one is going to be, how will it go? What's the overall vibe of the date? And then we'll do individual energies as well. We have the Hermit reverse. Like I said, you both have gone through a time where you weren't really dating, or you weren't really going out or something like that. Like you decided to go out, not just because you felt obliged to. I feel the need to stress that. Like it's not a feeling of like, oh, well, I haven't gone out in a while, let me just go out to go out. It's like you're both looking forward to this because you genuinely want to hang out with each other. And it just also so happens that you also need to get out. So it all works out. There's definitely a bit of divine timing here. And everything is fine. And you know what's weird? I do feel like even if you have other stuff going on in your personal life, even if you do have other like little things going on, whether it's small crises or maybe some sort of something where you're just worried about something, I feel like this date is definitely going to allow you to take your mind off of it, because quite literally the universe will send us things when we need it. And I feel like this situation was sent when you need it. So I do feel like you're actually not going to be checking your phone too often when you're with this person. Or if you do, it could be because you feel the need to, like, you have somebody to check up on either at home or a situation or something here. But I do feel like you're going to be very present in this date. And especially if you've been on dates before, either you or your person or the both of you, where people have decided that they want to be on their phone a little bit more than they want to talk to you, this is going to be a breath of fresh air, because I don't think either of you are going to do this. I feel like you're very much going to be very present with each other, which is always a good thing. I've never been on dates where that has been a problem, but I'm also very talkative. Not only that, but I've heard of friends and people who go on dates that all the person does is be on their phone, and I'm like, how is that a date then? That's just, I wouldn't pay for anybody's date if they had their phone out the whole time. It's like, I'm sorry, we're literally just coexisting. This is not a date. I don't know why I had to go off on that tangent. Maybe some of you have experienced that. I never have, never will, because I put that into the universe. So let's go ahead and put that, let's go ahead and see what your individual energies are going into this date. So I'm still intending you to be on the left side and your person on the right, but like I said, switch them if you feel the need to. So for my pile one, what's going on with them throughout this entire date? King of Pentacles. Yeah, maybe you've recently come into some sort of either economic gain or promotion, or maybe you just sold something. I feel like you're really good in this connection. You're feeling very stable. You're feeling really good. Like when you go on this date, you're going to be, I mean, I don't want to say dressed to the nines, but you're going to be comfortable. Like you're going to look exactly how you want to look, but you're not going to be overly, you're not going to do so much that you feel not like yourself. Because the King of Pentacles, to me, it's Taurus energy, comfort, or even Capricorn and Virgo. And deep down, they're all creatures of comfort. We have the Chariot reverse. So you might run a little late, but I feel like that's fine, because it's going to give you less time to worry about what's going on. Also, this could be out of your control. Maybe like if you take public transport that was running behind, or maybe there's traffic or something. We also have Temperance. Interesting. I'll come back to that. Let's go ahead and get your person's card. So for your person, Page of Swords, they're very curious. They're probably going to be doing a lot more of the talking or asking more questions. It is quite possible that they could be either less experienced than you in some way. Either they're a little bit younger, or they could be lower on the career. Like if you have similar careers, they could be lower on the careers ladder, I guess. Or maybe they're just very, very eager to get to know you, which I was already getting that in the oracles. We have the Two of Swords. Usually, I feel like this person either doesn't talk very often or doesn't talk much, or maybe they find it hard to open up to people, but they open up very easily to you, because Two of Swords upright would be like the conversation is dead, but with you, they find it hard to do so. I think that's part of the reason they really like you, or why they want to go on a date with you, because there's just something about you that allows them to express themselves verbally in a way that they typically don't. And let's get one more card. You have the Five of Pentacles. You really boost their ego or self-esteem. Like, you make them feel good about themselves. Maybe it's because you're really attractive and they didn't think they would land a baddie like you, pile one. But I feel like they just really like you. Like, I don't know how else to say this. I feel like they could even be a little gushing toward you. They're just like, wow, pile one is pretty awesome. But they put you on a pedestal, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't know how you're gonna feel about that, but they definitely put you on a pedestal. Nor do I know how much it's gonna be obvious whenever they do meet you, or when they get with you, the pedestal they put you on, because it's kind of like, I do feel like this person has been an admirer of you for some time. And with you, with Temperance reversed, you know what's interesting? I usually see Temperance as healing, but here it's also balance. Reversed, it's kind of like, how do I say this? You're not really going to care about where you're at when you go into this date. Not because you don't care about the person or what happened. It's just going to be like, you know, when you've gone on a self-healing journey, on a self-love journey for so long, and you're trying to do everything perfectly. You're trying to take care of yourself. You're trying to be in a good mental state, good physical state. It's like the self-love journey can be exhausting sometimes, and how much you have to take care of yourself and making sure that you're doing everything just right. That by the time you get to this, you're going to be in a place where you're okay if you're not perfect. You're going to show up how you need to show up, and you're going to be okay with that. So let's say that day you forget to, I don't know, work out, or you forget to meditate. You're not going to let that bother you. And you're not going to let that derail you. I don't know if that typically does, but it's like you're going to be very, very forgiving with yourself, because I'm actually taking this card to be forgiving. If upright, it's healing. Reversed, it's forgiving, because the healing process isn't linear. You know, sometimes we go up, we go down. Sometimes it's 3 steps forward, 1 step back. You know, it all depends. And here I feel like you're going to be very self-forgiving, and that allows your person to be very equally as self-forgiving. But at the same time, I feel like you uplift them for sure. This person has been an admirer of yours for some time, is what I'm hearing. So I do feel like you've been talking to each other as friends for a while. Not me cutting the deck to the Knight of Cups, I swear. Okay, let's go ahead and get connecting energy here. What's one thing that you both will have in common throughout this entire date? Ace of Swords. Interesting. There's something you're both not talking about. There's like a huge elephant in the room. And I feel the main reason you're not talking about it is because you know it's not the right time. You feel like you have to know each other a little bit more, or it might be for the next date. You might decide to have a whole conversation about it after the date. I feel like there's something you're both not talking about when you meet each other in person. It might be that whatever you're doing, you just decide to focus on, you know, the whatever the events are that are happening. Because even though I did say that this could be like at a bar or in town or somewhere over a bridge or over water, not a bridge over troubled water. I'm just getting that. I feel like there's some weird thing that is just, it's going to bother the both of you. And maybe you will end up discussing it toward the end of the night, or maybe afterwards. But it's like, there's something you both can't really talk about for whatever reason. For example, like I said, you're both coming out of something. If one of you here came from a divorce, you don't want to talk about it because you know it's not the right time, especially like on a first date. There could be some mentions toward it, but I don't think you want to talk about it. That's just an example. Back of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups reversed. Interesting. The Hanged One. 4 Wands. Okay, so some of you could have had falling outs with friends, or Maybe you used to have friends in common that you no longer talk to. That could be the elephant in the room. Maybe you both had a similar friend and you both know what happened to that friend. And it's like, let's not talk about that, because, you know, it would just take you down a downward spiral of like getting into the quote quote gossip or the dirty details about what happened, and neither of you really want to talk about it, which is so interesting that that's becoming like a big theme here. But regardless, I feel like you both have a great time, or you both well, at the very least, you have a great time, pile one. I don't know about your person. Your person, I feel like, just feels really, really happy to have gone out on this date with you, but you're just more in a positive mindset. And I feel like this is what this person really likes about you, is that you're so positive. It's like they don't even know how you're able to have that mentality, but they really like this about you. So yeah, honestly, this could easily be a friend, because I'm not getting overly romantic vibes, except for that Knight of Cups that I kind of had to accidentally pop into. I do get the feeling that they find you very, very attractive. I do get the feeling that they really like you. What really brings you both together is your conversation, though. Especially because I feel like you're able to bring this person out of their shell when they typically don't. I feel like this person doesn't take a chance on many people. So I hope that helps. That's your date. Let's go ahead and move on to some closing advice or anything else that may happen as a result of this date. Like, what happens after this? Is there a second date? Is there anything else that comes through? So I'm going to start, let me use the Affirmators Love and Relationships card first for any other underlying themes, and then we're going to do channeled messages. Though I do get the feeling already, just because of the topic and nature of the reading, that there is going to be a second date, or at the very least like a second conversation after the date. Like, if it's not a date, they might decide to talk about something a few days or sometime afterwards. My best self. I trust that when I'm doing what's best for me and being the happiest version of myself, the right sorts of relationships will appear in my life. That means that I can let go of all my worries about the future, knowing that my only job is to be happy in this moment, while simultaneously attaining a cosmic level of enlightened awareness and total psychological self-actualization. So I do feel by the time you get into this state, you're going to be, if not the best version of yourself, then a better version of yourself. You're definitely going to be in a space where you just want to be better. It's like you've come out of a dark night of the soul, or even a dark period of the soul for some of you, and you're embracing something much more positive. And I feel like this date or this person or whatever happens between you and this person is something that allows you to want to focus on that better version of yourself. Same thing with your person. I feel like you both inspire each other to do this. Let's go ahead and get channeled messages. You found out something about me. So yeah, I feel like I said, there's like an elephant in the room here that no one's talking about. Somebody found out something. I don't know if they're going to bring that up. I want to get back together. I don't think this is about them. I don't feel like this is an older, I don't think this is somebody from the past, but they could know about an ex of yours, or maybe somebody, you know what's funny? You know what I'm getting? And this happens when we haven't fully energetically let go of somebody, or someone hasn't fully energetically let go of us. Sometimes we'll be out on a date, or we'll be talking to new people, and suddenly that ex from who knows when just decides to hit you up. That's what I'm getting. Because that's happened to me before. I'll be out on a date with somebody, and then suddenly like I get a text from an ex, and I'm like, why are you texting me? And I don't think they're stalking or anything. It's literally just energy. It's literally just their subconscious, their psyche saying, hey, your girl's out here doing this. That's what I'm getting. So don't be surprised if you get like a message or a text from an ex soon afterwards, or even during, that they want to see you or something like that. It's kind of hilarious. I've been up all night thinking about you. Okay, so this person, they're definitely going to be nervous, either leading up to the date or maybe even after, just thinking about whatever was going on. Your kindness has changed my life. Yeah, they find you to be very kind, also very understanding. They really do love your energy. They love how different you are from everybody, not just in the way you conduct yourself, but also in the way you think and operate. They like that you're very unique. You fuel my creativity. So definitely you inspire this person to be creative, or they could inspire you as well. I miss you. Oh my gosh. Okay. This person, I'm not going to lie, I think they're going to be a little bit attached. So anytime that they're not hanging around you, they're going to want to see you the next time. And I do feel like this person, they really do idolize you, pile one. I don't know how else to tell you. They adore you. I'm planning on calling you soon. Like I said, they're going to want to call. or they may want you to call them, because there's just stuff that you didn't talk about during the date that you may want to talk about after. Because I feel like that date is really going to be very much in the moment. You could just decide to talk about whatever comes to your mind. You could be, if you're doing something, you could be preoccupied with the thing that you're doing, whether it's like, I don't know, an activity or even dinner. Maybe dinner's just really good and you don't want to talk about anything else. Back of the deck, I am afraid to get close to people. This person doesn't typically open up to people that much. That's what I keep getting. Like, this person is going to take a chance on you, and I feel like they're going to be very happy about it because they truly adore you. Like, they really do adore you. And I think they've seen the work that you've done on yourself internally more than anything, maybe externally as well. And they're just going to be very happy to be with you. Last card is going to be the Lover's Oracle. For my pile one. I do get a strong friendship basis here though. So what you decide to do after this date is up to you. Because even though this is meant to be a romantic reading, I wasn't getting the strongest romance vibes. I think it depends on how this goes. So we have this one. Oh, she's kissing a tree. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. I do feel like you're calling in amazing things either during or after this date though. So even if things don't end up well with this person, I feel like you will bring in better things here. Because I do feel like this could easily just end up being a really great friendship, or it could blossom from there to be something else. But this is where I leave it, pile one. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile two. If you chose the moon-shaped agate, then we have your reading here for you about your next date. We're going to see who it's going to be with, what's going to be going on within this date, anything that might come through. So we're going to go ahead and look at the cards you chose, as well as some other oracle cards. These are going to be you versus them, and these are going to be the connecting cards. So for my pile two, we have Soft Whispers. Ooh, interesting. I'm going to have to censor her titties there. Soft Whispers, number 7. So either July, the month of July could be important, or the 7th of any month could be important here as well. Somebody could also be a life path 7. We also have Darkening Melanosis, number 12. So 7, 12. For some of you, this could be like multiple days that you spend with this person, if it's like a weekend getaway or a vacation. That's not going to be everybody, of course. It all depends on who this is. This could be anybody, by the way. If you're already in a relationship with somebody and you're wondering how your next time with them is going to be, you could easily use this as that. But for some of you, this could be somebody new. I have a hard time communicating, and I am planning on messaging you soon. Okay, so already I'm kind of getting that this person might have a hard time communicating for sure, but soft whispers, they might have a very soft voice, or they may not speak a lot. There could be a speech impediment here as well, or it could just be that the circumstances of this date might not allow for them to speak very clearly. I'm thinking of like how when people go to certain bars or loud places, it's hard to communicate because there's just so much noise going on. I'm also thinking with Darkening and I am planning on messaging you soon, I feel like you could actually, I know this is weird, you could actually spend a lot more time texting each other in the place where you're going. It could literally be dark. I wonder if you're going somewhere like literally a bar or I don't know, a club somewhere where it's like really dark. So that could be the environment you are in. Another way I'm taking this though with soft whispers, it's kind of funny. I feel like you might just be like really close to each other the entire time you're hanging out, because they might want to literally speak into your ear. Again, I don't know if there's like an actual physical speech impediment here. Like maybe they don't really speak very loudly, or they have like a I don't know, like something where they can't speak very well. That's not going to be everybody. But regardless, I do see you two getting very intimate, and having a hard time communicating could also indicate that they might just be really nervous and may not know what to say. But I don't know, this is really interesting. Let's go ahead and get your individual cards. I'm intending you, pile 2, to be on the left side and your person to be on the right. Feel free to switch them if you feel like you need to do so. So for my pile 2, we have Caution for you. And then for your person, I'll go into Caution for a moment. I don't know if this is caution against this person, or you yourself may be taking caution. For your person, we have Abundance. Interesting. I do get that sometimes, like within like relationship readings or dating readings, like somebody might actually care a little bit more about money. I don't know why that comes through. I mean, I am a Taurus, so I understand the need to care about money and things like this, but I feel like you don't really care. Like your mind might be elsewhere and this person's mind might be on something like the check or how much everything may cost or something. So for you, pile 2, we have unconditional. This is so sweet. You have the capacity to unconditionally love anybody. And I feel like this is what this person really likes about you, is that whatever their shortcomings are, you're going to adore them regardless. I feel like you already do. Because this doesn't feel like somebody that you just met. This could be somebody who's already a friend or somebody that you already kind of have something going on with. Or you may have been talking for some time. Like, I doubt, I mean, it could be like a blind date, but even if it is, it's by a friend that you really, really trust to choose people for you. This wouldn't be somebody weird. For your person, we have threatened. Interesting. Back of the deck, we have alchemic. So I wonder what goes on in this date. Like, quite literally, I mean, with you and caution, you could be in a place that maybe is a little bit dangerous. Like I said, if you're going like downtown and there's like a bar or a club or something, you might be on alert about like the things going on or the surroundings around you. This is just a word of caution. So if you are planning for that and you might want to change your mind about that, you can. That's the good thing about readings like this, is that they can warn you. Or if you just feel like, for example, if I'm going somewhere dangerous, I'm probably gonna dress differently, carry myself differently, you know, etc. This could just be a warning about that. So for you, pile 2, we have new moon. So this could happen during a new moon. Also beginnings. I do feel like you and this person are still relatively new to each other, so you're getting to know this person. But the environment you might be in might be different. With your person, we have cycles or Ouroboros. Ouroboros. Again, number 12 keeps coming through. This could take place in December for some of you, or the 12th. We also have 2 and 1 and 21. Which in the US, 21 is the legal age of drinking. I keep getting bar. Maybe some of you decide to go to a bar. And we're going to do counterpart energy. And then I'm going to read into this because your person's energy is a little bit, it's interesting. For you, we have Ran, upheaval. And for, well, back of the deck, Baba Yaga, guidance. And then for your person, we're using the gods deck. Just because I'm using gods and goddess, by the way, doesn't mean that one or the other is a specific gender. This is just putting you in counterpart masculine, feminine energy. So take this as it resonates, pile 2. I keep getting distracted here, or it's kind of like there's a lot about distractions and a lot about paying attention to your surroundings here. So wherever you go with this person, I feel like this is regardless of who you date or what's going on. Make sure you choose somewhere where you're comfortable and where it's not too shady or too sketchy, because what that's going to do is basically like put you out of sync with your intuition, with your surroundings. You want to be somewhere where you're really comfortable, because I'm getting a sense that you may want to go somewhere with this person. And maybe it's even typically a really like safe place, but at this moment, I feel like either they're going to be nervous, you're going to be nervous. For your person, we have Helios, cycles. Interesting that we have cycles twice for your person. I feel like they do this often. Back of the deck, we have raw power. Okay, so I'm going to have to call it like I see it, pile 2. This person they do repeated patterns with people. Like I said, I don't know how well you know this person, but either this is a person you've already known for some time, and they could be trying to repeat a pattern with you. Like maybe they're trying to take you out again. Maybe you haven't really gone on a date with them, but they're so insistent about you wanting to go out with them that you just cave in and it's like, okay, I'll meet you up. Let's go somewhere. But it's kind of like there's a reason that this didn't happen. I feel like this is more cautionary than anything. That's why this card came out for you. I'm going to get one more card for each one. For your person, we have a celebration. I do feel like they might use a proper excuse of, oh, well, I'm celebrating this. With abundance, they could be trying to celebrate like a promotion or coming into some money, and they kind of want you to go along with them. And for you, we have mother, which is interesting. This came out in a previous pile as well. But honestly, I feel like you're gonna feel like you're babysitting them half the time, especially if you go out on a date. Because what I'm seeing, and now this makes a lot more sense, let's say you do go somewhere crowded, somewhere where there's a lot of people, somewhere where it's a little bit dark. They could want to invite you, and it's like it's gonna be fine, and they are going to talk to you, but I feel like you're just gonna be really you're gonna feel a bit out of place, because with beginnings in the new moon, I feel like you want to start fresh with this person. I do feel like this person you've already known for some time, like I said. um and I feel like you're trying to give this another shot, or you're trying to go out with this person just to see how things go. With threatened, you know what's odd? I was trying to figure out what they were threatened by. This person has a bit of a fragile ego, not gonna lie, but I do feel like this boost of money kind of made them feel better about whatever's going on. Another way of seeing this though, if they feel like they're losing their chance with you, I feel like they're really, really trying hard this time, because they feel threatened that you're going to finally give up on them or not want anything to do with them. Because I do feel like you and this person have some sort of back and forth. That's why the communication is so pivotal here, and why the soft whispers are really important. With unconditional on your side, I do feel like you have an unconditional adoration or love for this person. Even though they might have, weird things going on, I feel like part of you really has your heart on them. I don't know why. Because I just keep seeing cycles here. You probably have known this person for some time. Maybe it's the power they have. With here, raw power, I do feel like this person struggles with the concept of power, whether it's obtaining it, having it, wielding it, whatever the case is. They have a weird relationship with power. They don't seem to understand what true power is. They have a very superficial way of seeing it. For example, having a lot of money, or with celebration, having a lot of influential friends, or promotion. Celebration, you could be celebrating somebody else's something here. Maybe you're going to like a birthday party of a friend, of a mutual friend, or maybe their birthday party, your birthday. Like, there's a celebration here. And that makes a lot of sense, because I do feel like it's a party, it's loud, you're somewhere. I don't think you're having the best time, because with caution, you're more like, how it's making me think of a house party. You know how you go to a house party, you think, oh, it's fine, it's going to be at a friend's house or something. But then it ends up being like a really big rager, and like everybody's all over the place, and everybody's bringing something, and there's like stuff going on everywhere. That's what I'm getting. Like, you thought you were just going to hang out with a friend, and before you know it, you're at somebody's mansion that you don't even know who, you don't even know what. And there's like in all this other area, all these areas, there's like stuff going on. That's what I'm getting. Like, I feel like you feel a little bit not misled, more like you didn't expect it to be what it is, because with the mother and the upheaval, like your motherly instincts come out, or like, you know how there's a mom friend, your mom friend instincts come out, and you feel the need to be the responsible one. So you probably won't be drinking, you probably are going to keep an eye on everything. That's what I'm getting. This is what you and your person do. I don't know who this person is yet. Like I said, I feel like you do kind of know them. They must be friends or something of yours, but there is something here about, with the darkening, I feel like you might not even be happy about this. Maybe you're just not a party type of person, or at least not this kind of party pile too. Because even in the back of the deck with the Dark Goddess deck, we have Baba Yaga guidance. And look, there's a little house there. I feel like you feel the need to be guidance. I don't know if your person is going to overdrink or overdo something, but you feel the need to like take care of them, and that kind of ruins and spoils the night. That's what I'm getting for a lot of you. Like I said, this is very cautionary, so if this person invites you out to something like that, just do take caution. I don't know if it's romantic or not. I do feel like it can be, just because I don't feel like, I mean, this could be a friend. I mean, we all have those friends who seem to know everybody. We go out with them and suddenly we're caught up in like this crazy in this crazy night. But I do feel like you could lose them at some point and wonder why they're not answering their phone. I'm just getting that. So if this is something that happens quite regularly with you and your friends, and or the people that you hang around with, then we can go ahead and move on to the tarot to get a little bit closer view of how this person is going to either behave, what's going to go on, or anything important here. If you don't want this, and I could see how some of you may just not be into this, you could go choose another pile. But I do feel this is what's happening here. And maybe you typically do like house parties, or being, having fun, being wild, crazy. But maybe in this particular instance, there's just something that's off about it. That's what I keep getting. Because with the unconditional love and the threatened, you may even worry about your person, and that's why you go along with them. So let's go ahead and get your tarot. Yeah, this took me back to, college? This is the energy I used to feel, because right now I'm getting a sense of like, so back when I was in college, back when I was in my 20s, I had a lot of anxiety. Like I was an anxiety ball 24/7. That stopped once I got out of college, but that's the energy I'm feeling in this particular pile. So it's going to be similar to that, even if it's not a big, house party. It could be something, a small gathering, but it could just be that something is off or you just don't like what's happening. So we're going to go ahead and see. I want to see the setting. I already got the setting, but let's just get confirmation of anything else that could be going on. Knight of Cups. Yeah. You and this person adore each other. I feel like you would do a lot for this person, and that's why you go along with them. I definitely feel like you both really like each other, but you may not like the same either people or things. We have the Page of Wands reversed. Yeah, there's immaturity here for sure. And again, you adore this person, but you just kind of wish they would go up a little bit. That's what I'm getting. And the Nine of Pentacles. Again, there's this independent energy here where you kind of have to look out for yourself, for your own things. Also, abundance. There's something about a lot of money here. This could be somebody that once they come into a little money, they kind of feel the need to spend it, or like they like to have a lavish get together or something along those lines. I don't know why money is so important here, or abundance, but I feel like somebody is celebrating somebody coming into money. Let's go ahead and get your individual energies, and I'm going to do these again. You're on the left, your person's on the right, and we're going to lead to the middle, which is like where you both come together. So what leads to this? Why? I think we already kind of have the why, where, and what's going on. This one was pretty straightforward. So for my pile, Ace of Pentacles. You know what's weird? I feel like you're going to be in a space where you don't want to pay for something, or you may not have the resources, but your friend decides that they do, and they're going to treat you out. But I feel like it's one of those things where one thing leads to another, because another way of seeing the Ace of Pentacles is like you signed up for something, but you're not getting what you signed up for. So you could start off maybe, something intimate, going to a bar, going to a restaurant, and before you know it, you end up at somebody else's place, and you're just hanging out, and stuff is happening, and you're just like, it doesn't go the way you planned. So even if you do want to avoid this, I feel like either definitely buckle up for like the adventure, and just, try to take it as positively as you can. But I feel like this just ends up being something you didn't expect. We have Justice reversed. Yeah, there it is again. And you're kind of going to feel like you're just, something's unfair. It's like, well, I didn't really want to do all this, but, I adore you, so I'm here. We have the Sun. I do feel like there are some positives about this. I do feel like, you know what, like I said, this takes me back to my college years. So some of you could feel young again. Maybe some of you do actually have a little bit of fun. Maybe you end up meeting people or seeing people that you haven't seen in a long time, or you make connections. There are positives to take from this. I feel like this actually boosts your confidence. You might meet a lot of people who think you're really cool, attractive, awesome. I do feel like you actually get something positive out of this. But on the inside, you're just going to be like, man, this is kind of weird. Like, you're going to feel a little weirded out by what your date took you on, essentially. Let's see your date. Again, like I said, your date is somebody really interesting. We've got the Devil reversed. Look, I feel like this person knows that they've got some bad habits. This person knows that maybe they don't even have the best friends, or friends with ill intentions. And reverse lets me know that this person kind of wants to leave behind this lifestyle. You know what's odd? And this is very, very like psychological, subconscious BS here. I feel like they're trying to convince you that their lifestyle isn't bad, or that it's nowhere near as bad as you make it out to be. So they take you out on it. And because you're with them, when you're with somebody, you kind of see their perspective. They're seeing your perspective on their lifestyle, or like their friends, or whatever it is that's going on. And through your eyes, they're recognizing, one, it's kind of reaffirming that they kind of need to leave behind this juvenile situation, or people, or whatever's going on. I feel like this person, and I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, I feel like you show them a perspective that they needed to see about what they do for fun, I guess. Let's say this person likes to drink a lot. Like, you go with them and you decide you're not going to drink because somebody has to drive. So this person is going to be, doing what they typically do. And I feel like either during or after this date, you give them a perspective of their bad habits. That said, like I said, this is not going to happen overnight. This doesn't mean that you go out on a date with them and suddenly, they're going to change their ways overnight, because this is a slow, steady progress for them. I feel like they haven't understood that they're surrounded by either shady people, shady things, shady habits. You know, you're giving them this perspective, and I think that's the most positive thing to come out of this. That and whatever people hype you up, because I do feel like you're going to meet some cool people that actually like you here. This person, double reverse, they're trying to be a better person, and I feel like they know to do that through you. This is so interesting. I wasn't expecting that from your person. Let's go ahead and get another card for your person. We've got the Knight of Wands. They're impulsive. I feel like their impulses get them in trouble a lot. And you're kind of that person, especially with this Pentacles energy and even this Justice energy, you kind of like reel it in for them. You're very responsible. They like that you're responsible. They like that you're a little, that mothering energy. Like I said, you have mothering energy to them, and they like that. It's like they like feeling comforted and taken care of by you. That said, I don't know how much you should be putting up with that. If you also enjoy being somebody's babysitter slash date, I guess that's fine. But it's so interesting. But this person's really impulsive. They also like to have a good time. Don't get me wrong. They're really fun. They are really fun. But Page of Wands reversed here. There's a fine line between being a fun person and being irresponsible. And I feel like this person skirts it a lot. Let's get another card. We have the Page of Pentacles. Like I said, they change their ways. They change their ways. Like if this person likes to spend a lot on people whenever they go out, and they wonder why they can't have any savings, or why they're not making, you know, a lot of money. Maybe they do make a lot of money. Maybe they make 6 figures, but for whatever reason they can't keep it because they're always spending it on stupid things, like these parties or whatever, or even drinking. I mean, I live in the US, and I'm always surprised by how much, you know, alcoholic drinks cost sometimes. I feel like this is an outing that helps them change their ways. Like I said, it's not going to happen overnight, but it starts here. So there is something pivotal to this date. If you're still with me, if you're still here and you kind of figured that this is something that would happen with this person, you help them change their ways, essentially, because you adore this person and this person feels very safe with you. Let's go ahead and get your connecting energies though. Like, what's the happy conclusion or conclusion in general of this date? We have 4 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like, you know what? I do feel there's going to be a second date. I do feel like you're still going to hang out with this person. I just feel like you're going to have a really interesting conversation. And that explains the oracles, why having a hard time communicating and messaging you soon. It's like after the fact, after this night, after however long needs to pass for somebody to recover here, you're going to talk about it and be like, hey, do you want to talk about last night? And it's like, yeah, it was fun, but I noticed, you know, this and that. So I feel like you're going to be very honest with this person. There's actually a lot of love here between you and this person. This person, you kind of make them a little nervous, even a little threatened. Like I said, they're threatened by the fact that you don't find the things that they find fun to also be fun. And that's not to say that you're a wet blanket here, pile 2. That's not what I'm saying. Like you are also fun, but your idea of fun is a little bit healthier than this, or it doesn't get as out of hand, or you're just a little bit more, what's the word? Considerate, I guess, of the people around you or this person. Back of the deck, King of Cups. The Magician, 9 of Swords. This person's going to feel pretty bad about this too. Like, I think once they recognize what they put you through, they're going to be like, oh crap, I messed up. This person, they're really hard on themselves. So don't be so hard on them. They're already hard on themselves. I feel like you're just going to learn a lot about each other. You're going to learn a lot about this person. If you've never seen the side of this person, you're going to get to see it. And it may explain a lot of whatever little or a lot that you know about this person. And as for you, I do feel, again, they see you in a very positive light. Like, maybe they felt very judged by you and they didn't want to feel judged, but I do see I actually see a very happy outcome of this date, even though the date may not have been the best. This person this will have instigated some sort of change within this person. Let's just put it that way. So that's good. I'm actually happy that this ended up being something really positive. Let's go ahead and move on to some closing channeled messages, as well as anything else that needs to come through for my pile 2. So it's not as bad as it seems. I feel like maybe you're just somebody who doesn't let go very easily either. Like, you don't let go wild with abandon as easily as other people. And that's why you feel a little, you know, you're basically the mom friend this night. I've never seen this card. I'm being told to get it. And there's like two people and a dove above them in these flowers. Twin flames, your passion ignites. So I don't believe in twin flames, but I do feel like you and this person are definitely really great counterparts when it comes to this kind of energy, because you're very opposite. Because what I'm getting from this card, it's not that you're twin flames or that you're meant to be together. If that resonates with you and you already kind of believe in that, that's great. I don't believe in the twin flame ideology. Soulmates, yes, but that's something different. I feel like you and your person complement each other really well. Like if you're the serious one, then they're the fun one, or vice versa. Maybe they're the serious one and you're the fun one. Because I do see somebody wanting to like change their ways when they get out of hand, and somebody here letting a little bit loose when they're typically a little bit more uptight. I see that for the both of you, actually. Let's get another card. Also, there are going to be some steamy moments. I feel like those are overshadowed by everything else, though, because there was a lot of there's intimate moments here, like where you're just alone together and you're having fun. And then we have this one, soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. So I did mention soulmate. I do feel you and this person were meant to meet for this very type of situation. It's like you're showing each other the perspectives you have of how to have a fun night out. And they're very different, but that doesn't mean one person is right and the other person is wrong. I just feel like you both balance each other out here. You break out of your shell a little bit and your person tones it down a little bit. And this is where you find that happy medium. So let's go ahead and get channeled messages. These are meant to be more from your person, but they could also just be messages from spirit. Okay, this one popped out. I am planning on messaging you soon. Like I said, this person is going to want to message you a lot. Maybe they're like the kind of person who messages excessively whenever they feel they've messed up. I feel connected to you. You and this person definitely have a soul bond. I am not sure what I am feeling. Yeah, so this person, they're going to have like an internal crisis. You may not even hear or talk about this, but that's definitely going on with them. I can't get over you. So either you or your person can't get over each other, or yeah, I feel like it's hard to leave each other behind. I heard something about you. Like I said, I feel like you specifically, pile 2, you're going to meet some people and they're going to hear things about you, or they've already heard things about you from your person. So it's going to be fun to get to know people. I've been trying to distract myself from my feelings. I feel like that's self-explanatory. This could be you or your person, but you're distracting yourself from the actual feelings here. I am frustrated with you. Yeah, this is definitely, whoever is the one who's like being the mom friend and having to look after the other person is really frustrated. But not in a bad way. We also have, they are not you. Back of the deck, my intentions can be selfish sometimes. So I feel like you're going to feel that your person, or you, whoever's the one having like the wild night out, the one who's enjoying themselves and just, you know, going overboard, they might feel a little selfish about this. And I feel like this date, like I said, it actually helps to realign the both of you to some sort of balance. I did see the justice reversed in the tarot. So I feel like you're bringing justice to a situation for sure. But they are not you. Like I said, your person really values you for being quite the opposite of what they are. I feel like they know and understand that they've needed that. But I need to keep stressing it's not going to happen overnight. They may not even acknowledge that like right away. It might take them a few days, weeks to understand that. So don't think it's going to be like an epiphany right away, like, oh, you were right this whole time. No, it's going to take them some time to see that. So that needs to be expressed here. But I feel like it might be like the date might be so, you know, I feel like it's not what you expected, but it is going to be something that ends up in a happy outcome. So this is where I leave it, pile 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 3. If you chose the smoky quartz, then we have a reading here for you about the next date you are going to go on. This could be for anybody, whether you are single, situationship, or even if you're thinking about the person that you are currently dating, what your next date will be. We're going to look at the connecting energies, which are the cards you chose, and then we're going to do this person A and B style for your individual energies. Let's start with the cards you chose. We have Beyond Words, number 29. Very, very spicy indeed, but also this is going to be one of those dates where you don't really have to say much in order to understand each other or get each other. I feel like it could also be one of those dates where you can't really talk too much, so you're just going to have to like vibe with each other the whole time as opposed to communicate. take it as it resonates. We also have iron, number 22, which is really interesting. I feel like when I think of iron, I think of Mars energy, which is right here. So definitely very steamy, very passionate. We also have let's start over. So I don't know if this feels like something out of a film. I don't know why I'm getting that, because I'm literally seeing the both of you with starting over. Maybe you got off on the wrong foot, or maybe this was something that never really got off the ground, or something about wanting to give this another chance, or a fresh start for sure between you and your person. It could be that your next date isn't really a date per se. You could just be hanging out together and well, there's two people on what looks like a bed here. So I do feel like, honestly, for some of you, your next date might just be a hookup and you're just considering it a date because maybe it gets a little bit more intimate than you expected. So I'm going to read from the book for iron just because I feel like I need to bring a little bit more other than Mars energy into this. So from the book, we have magnetism, reliability, and Mars. Iron is a reliable metal that can withstand great pressure. Over the centuries, we have come to utilize this metal extensively, mixing it with carbon to create the steel bridges, highways, and infrastructures that span across the globe. In alchemy, iron is associated with the planet Mars and shares its qualities in being strong, assertive, and potentially warlike. When the iron card appears, this is a call to rely only on the reliable. What truly supports you? What have you already built? Put your words and weapons down and let yourself be held by the structure that is already in place. So for some of you, if this is already somebody you are with, I feel like this is just, date night, steamy night. You're very passionate about each other. Mars is also passion. It's actually one of my favorite of the planets in astrology because it indicates how you express yourself, how you walk, how you take action, essentially. And I feel like both you and your person, you're going to be this is a very sensual date. So you could easily already be in a committed relationship with this person. And they might just be taking you out to do something, if you have kids or if you just don't live by yourselves, you could decide to get away and, rent a hotel or something like that. So very steamy. With let's start over, I do feel, I know I said even if this is something that's been long-term already, this could be just how you both breathe life back and passion back into your relationship, which honestly, I feel like that's really cute. Absolutely love this energy for you, Pile 3. Why did I forget your name for a minute there, Pile 3? Okay, so let's go ahead and get your individual cards. For you, Pile 3, you're going to be on the left side and your person's going to be on the right side. Why do I keep getting like this weird... I feel like both of you, your minds could be on other things or your minds could be elsewhere. So one way that you both ground each other is through physical intimacy. And I actually like that. That's really cute, Pile 3. Let me know what your relationship status is. If you're single, like I said, this could just be like... this could be a hookup, but I feel like you already kind of know this person. Like there's been some sort of history here. For you, we have butterfly renewal. Yeah, let's start over renewal. Maybe you're the one who instigated this renewal. Maybe you're okay with this. Maybe you're already on this journey and you're like, sure, why not? And then for your person, we have equal cross harmony. Again, the number 2 is coming through here because we have 22, we have 2. So your person is definitely, they have partnership on the brain. They have partnership in mind. I feel like they're also I keep hearing that they just miss you, which is really cute. It's very sweet. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. For you, we have devoted. Yeah, I feel like you're already, you and this person already kind of have something going on. Regardless of your status. Even if this is supposed to be casual, I feel like it's not really that casual, For your person, we have threatened. Why does your person keep getting 2s? They got 2 for harmony and 2 for threatened. Your person could kind of have a little bit of a codependency thing going on. Not that it's unhealthy. I just feel like they're very much into you. And look at all the red coming through. Not all the cards in these aren't all from different decks, but like the color red and even orange, this is giving me root and sacral. Like I said, you ground each other through the passion that you share. And I'm trying not to get 18 plus about this, but it's very obvious what is going on here, Pile 3. Yeah, back of the deck we have loyal, number 7. This has to be somebody you're like committed to, married to. Also, the theme of loyalty could come up a lot. I feel like you are very much loyal to each other, but maybe sometimes you have a hard time. Well, not a hard time, but sometimes you forget to express it. Let's put it that way. Let's get more cards for you, pile 3. So for you, we have pain. I mean, I don't want to say there's going to be pain or anything, but I feel like this pain could be more either mental or emotional, which is so interesting. I mean, if you wanted to take it 18 plus, maybe you enjoy pain, you know, I'm trying not to get too weird about it here, pile 3. I swear, Spirit keeps calling me to make 18 plus readings off of YouTube or something, but I don't have that platform yet. But I do feel like there's something a little bit painful about this for you, pile 3. I don't know if it's because it's been a long time since you and this person have seen eye to eye, or because the whole notion of renewing and starting over and wanting to be devoted is kind of like, it's more mental and or emotional here, the pain that you are feeling. And maybe you might express this, but beyond words, I feel like you don't really need to. And then for your person, we have creativity. So they're really pulling out all the stops. I feel like your person is going to try and do things differently, or they might spark a lot of creativity here. This person is very intuitive when it comes to your physical needs, and I feel like you like that. Back of the deck, just because it bears repeating, death reversed. I feel like for some of you, you could be getting back together with somebody, and even if it's just for the physicality of it, I feel like it's very emotional what happens here. It's very transcendent. It could be that you both get very spiritual when it comes to the physical aspects of this relationship as well. Because like I said, beyond words, this is a connection that you don't need to say much in order to get each other when it comes to this kind of situation, pile 3. Also, the energy here is very serious. Like, I'm trying to bring some cute, fun stuff to it, but like, I feel like you both take this very seriously. So I'm going to get a God card for your person, but that doesn't mean that they have to be a man or masculine. This is just the energy I'm putting them in. And I'm going to get a Dark Goddess card for you, pile 3. So for your person, we have Thor, action. Interesting that they have like all this red and purple. So I feel like your person is going to be very intuitive. At least I feel like with you, they're already very intuitive. They're good at reading your mind. They're good at reading your body, if you will. Thor is also a god of thunder. So I'm thinking of, again, chemistry, like the thunder that brings something back to life. Because I'm thinking of Frankenstein, and you know, he's brought to life with thunder or electricity. I don't know the difference between the both of them, but that's what I'm getting. Like, something is brought back here. Back of the deck, we have Thoth, wisdom. So yeah, your person's very smart. I feel like they're rather wise. And that's part of the reason you probably like them, is that they're somehow they've convinced you to start over, even if it's typically a situation where you wouldn't. So I guess if you don't want that, do be careful. But if this is somebody new or somebody that you're already in a relationship with, again, you like how they're very thoughtful and caring towards you. This energy is very serious. Like, dang, pile 3. This is supposed to be a date, and instead it's just something really passionate and romantic. And I feel like I shouldn't be in the room right now. So pile 3. Let's get your cards. We have Santa Muerte, death. Again with the death. I mean, strong Scorpio energy for sure. I feel like I'm hearing, what's that song by Ariana Grande, One Last Time? Not the whole song. It's more like, okay, like just this one time you and this person are going to do this. Or there could be a need for something new in this relationship in order to sustain it. Or maybe this is something that is like a big topic here. We also have Sedna, death. D-E-P-T-H. Interesting how those are very similar. Death and death. So back of the deck, Persephone, balance. Yeah, it's like what you're really seeking is balance. And I feel like you're kind of over compensating for a lot of missed time or a lot of missed opportunities or something here. I feel like you're very much in an energy. Also, both Persephone and Santa Muerte are goddesses of death here. I feel like you're kind of You're making up for lost time. Let's put it that way. I don't know how long it's been since you've gotten with this person. I don't know how long it's been since you've decided, because I do feel for some of you, you could have ended this like a while ago, maybe even years ago, and you started it back up, and it's kind of like the passion never died. So this is a very steamy reading, and I'm trying not to read it that way, but it's hard to ignore. I'm not even done with your cards, pile 3. Let's get the last of them. There's also something here about impatience, because Mars energy can be very impulsive. For your person, we have evolution, so they've definitely changed. They've definitely evolved. And then for you, we have mirror. And I feel like they reflect back something to you that you've always adored seeing from them, which is really interesting. And then back of the deck, we have home. So this could take place in a home, in somebody's home for sure. That wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, if this sounds like you and your person, this is a very spicy reading, and I didn't intend for it to be that way, pile 3. Let's go ahead and go on to the tarot, because I'm very curious as to how this happens. Like, what led to this? Look, if some of you are taking back an ex, I'm not judging. I'm very curious, because it does feel like it could be that way. For some of you, you're already with this person, so it's kind of like, yeah, this is just date night. And then for some of you, if this is somebody new, I feel like the chemistry is very instant, but I doubt it's that. Or maybe it is, and, you know, that's what makes it interesting. Either way, let's go ahead and move on to the tarot. So we're going to start off with like the setting. I'm trying to see what the setting is. We already kind of got that it's going to be somewhere very private, probably somebody's home or place. Because I'm feeling a lot of comfort here. For pile 3. So we have the sun reversed. Okay, for those of you who have children, the kids aren't around. So that explains a lot. Like I said, if you're making up for lost time, it's probably because you spend way too much time around those kids, and you probably handed them off to babysitter, family, whatever. So the kids are not around. You're taking advantage of that. You have time to yourselves, and it's very spicy, very steamy. This is for those of you who are already in a relationship, married, have children. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. So I love that for you. Enjoy yourselves. You definitely needed this, is what I'm getting, and that explains a lot. If you don't have children, I feel like you finally have time to be yourselves around each other, because the sun reverse, it's kind of like maybe, and I do get this from some couples sometimes, like when they're out in public, or maybe they kind of have a presence in the neighborhood and in the area that they're in, maybe they work together, like they can't really be themselves all the time. And it's like you finally have time to just be who you need to be with each other. And that's what I'm getting. It's kind of like you're not putting up any fronts. You're not pretending to be this and that. You're not having to be professional. You get to be what you want to be. So it's kind of like all inhibitions are gone, because you don't feel the need to pretend to be something else. Like this could easily be a vacation or a honeymoon as well. It's like you're far away from everybody. You don't need to impress anyone. You're just there. You're just each other. So let's get more about also there's sun here. So I'm wondering if you're going somewhere sunny, whether it's a beach or a place that, again, gets a lot of sun. We have the 10 of Swords. Oh, somebody has just gone through something. I feel like this could even be like an emergency or like last minute kind of planning. And that makes sense with Mars. Mars is very spur of the moment. It's very like, I don't want to say impulsive, but it's like just out of nowhere something happens and you both have a very passionate, steamy kind of night. But at the same time, there was enough planning to make sure that nobody was around, or maybe you both are able to make it work out that way. Because somebody here has gone through something. We also have, you know what's funny? So in this deck, we have the same picture. And it's supposed to be the 10 of Swords, but an alternate way of seeing it is everything is fine. I'm going to get a second one because I feel like this is just confirmation to you, pile 3, that just because you saw the 10 of Swords doesn't mean that there's any problems. I feel like everything is fine. There could even be a situation where like one of the both of you here are at a crisis, and the way you heal that is through physical intimacy. And it doesn't even have to be super spicy. Maybe it could just be something like a sensual massage or something like, you know, what couples do. Just, I feel like you and this person really get each other. That's the whole thing. That's why I'm loving this energy. It's like you both are very much devoted and loyal and into each other. Let's get one last card. We have the Fool. Again, it's that beginner energy. It's like you want to start over, you want to try again, but the truth is that you can never really try again. I'm getting that song by Utada Hikaru, and it's a Japanese song. It's called Goodbye Happiness, but I was actually looking up the translation of it this morning because I know that song. I know how to sing it in Japanese. I know it by heart, but I forget what the meaning is. And it's essentially about wanting to go back to the innocence before you fell in love with somebody, or like right before you became committed to each other, or something along those lines. That's what she says, goodbye innocence, in the song. It's kind of like you want to go back to how things were before everything happened, because I feel like you really miss that, or you're trying to rekindle that. Again, using the example of a couple with children, you want to go back to when you were just, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance. It was just you and them. And even though you love the life you have now, of course, I don't think you would give that away for anything. I feel like you kind of miss just being you and them. It's that kind of energy. Or if this is somebody from your past that you're trying again with, it's like you kind of wish that things that had happened didn't happen, so that you can go back to just being, that innocence of being in love for the first time. That's what I'm getting. So this is very, very deep, pile three. Like, I did not intend this date night reading to be so deep. It was meant to be fun and cute, but I feel like these issues are going to come up, or you could be drawing attention to that. So let's go ahead and get your individual cards. I'm intending you to be on the left side again, pile three, and your person to be on the right. So for you, pile three, we have the 10 of Cups. What's going on? Has there been some sort of upheaval in your family, or something that's just like, even though you have everything, you're just not content, or maybe something's happening here? We have the 9 of Wands. I feel like you're tired. I feel like you're tired of having to fight so many things, or having to deal with things, or even just like the day-to-day having to take care of like the household situation, children if you have any, work. I feel like it's all getting to you, and it's become overwhelming because you love your life, but it's just a lot. And then we have Strength. And I'll come back to that one because I want to see your person's cards. I feel like you're just overwhelmed, pile three. If you resonate with these cards, you're very overwhelmed. And it's like at this low point in your life, because this is more you. This is nothing that your person caused. This is just you and how you're internalizing it. You're at a low point and you express this to your person. And I feel like one way they help you out is by doing a reset in this relationship, which I know seems weird, but this is how this person handles it, and I actually kind of like that. Let's go ahead and get your person's cards. We have Temperance. They want to heal. They're a very healing person. They also believe in balance with these 2 cups here. Temperance is a card of balance. The traditional way I take Temperance is like giving attention to what needs to be given attention to, because we have 2 cups here. If one cup is like almost on empty and the other one's full, then that other cup is going to be pouring into the one that is almost empty, so that they can be equal. And this is what this person does. They very much if they see that you're taking on too much, they're going to be there to help you. And that's one way that your relationship really works. Like, I feel it's hard to believe that this is something that isn't already committed or long-term, pile three, because this person really seems to get you and know you, and they very much love to be the person who helps you out when you are down, and vice versa. I feel like you do this for them as well, but at this particular point with this particular date or situation, you're the one who needs help right now. And I feel like it's just confirmation from the universe that this is your person. And this is one of the reasons why they are your person. Let's get more cards for them. We have the Page of Cups. Oh, this is so cute. They just really adore you. Page of Cups can be, it's like that crush energy. Like, I feel like this person never really stopped having a crush on you. They keep the love fresh. They keep the love alive. I wonder if they have, what's a proper astrological placement for this? I mean, I would say Venus in Aries, or even like Mars in Aries, because we did talk about Mars. Or any placement that really keeps the love alive. Maybe Venus in Libra? I don't know. But this person is really good at like making sure that you're okay. Also, look at how she's looking at this little fish in the little cup. That's so cute. It's like your person is this girl, and you're the little fish in the little cup. They want to pour back into your cup because you're a fish who needs water. I love this person for you, pile three. And then last card, Ace of Wands. Yep. I don't know if this is just how you and your person are, but one way you heal is through physical intimacy, and I think that's cute. I'm not here to judge, and I'm not here to say that everything's about, sensuality, SEX all the time. I'm just saying, like, This is just one way that your person knows how to handle you, pile 3. And it's very healing for the both of you. There's like a strong give and take. There's a strong balance here. And it's very much one of those things where, relationships are not always going to be, 50-50. Sometimes it's 70-30. Sometimes it's 25-75. Like, you understand how to balance things out. And in this particular instance, you're going to be down and this person is going to show up for you in a way that I'm not sure if you did expect it or didn't expect it, but I feel like you very much needed it. And then let's go ahead and get connecting energy here. The Tower. Something happened to bring this. I feel like something unexpectedly happened, either to you, but also this person is quick to respond to any crazy hectic situations. So this is going to come out of nowhere. You're not going to be expecting this date. It's going to be out of nowhere. You're not going to plan for this. You're not going to expect this. It's just going to happen. So there's no planning. So it's kind of like, you may tell your person, hey, something happened, and you may tell them this, I don't know, in the morning or like the night before. And then the next day it's like, hey, cancel your plans. We're going to go do something. We're going to go somewhere. That's the kind of energy I'm getting from this person. And I think that's the best kind of date, the one you weren't expecting, the best kind of getaway. Maybe it's like, hey, I called your boss, you're off work for the next 3 days. We're going to go somewhere. Or, hey, I dropped the kids off at my mom's, at your mom's. We're going to go do something. It's that kind of energy. Like, it's out of nowhere. But I feel like what makes this date so important is that it solidifies and confirms to you that this person was for you this whole time, because when ish hits the fan, they know what to do. Because I'm pretty sure you know how to do this as well, pile 3. I feel like you've done a lot for this person. You definitely take on a lot of the emotional load here with the 10 of Cups and the Sun. You bring a lot. With the Strength card, these are cards that are actually you, but at this moment in time, in this instance, you're not going to be able to handle it. So this person really shows up for you in the exact way that you needed. Because if we weren't to take the Ace of Wands as sensuality, it could be something creative, something fun. This is their creativity, them having great ideas. Maybe they decide to take you out for a picnic or to your favorite, I don't know, your favorite musical play, something you enjoy. They know exactly what to do to get you back on your feet, emotionally, mentally. More so emotionally, I think. And honestly, this is making me want to cry. This is so beautiful, because this is what any partnership should be. Where one person is down, the other person knows how to pick the other one back up, and vice versa. Back of the deck, we have the King of Cups. Yeah, exactly. This person is your King of Cups. Pile 3. You leave me speechless. This is beautiful. Let's go ahead and move on to your closing advice or channeled messages. So for channeled messages, I think I messed up, and in the previous 2 piles I chose different cards, so I'm just going to give you one of each for my pile 3. So from the affirmators, we have humility. I take a deep breath and release all of my desire to be right. Without right, what's left? A soft and pliable version of me that's willing to make mistakes, hear other people's opinions, and try doing stuff a different way. In other words, I get to take a pretty sweet all-inclusive brain vacation. Some restrictions apply depending on the current tenacity of my ego. Yeah, it's kind of like your brain gets a vacation. And you kind of get, I mean, humbled isn't the word, is it? But it's kind of like it's a moment of humility for you. It's like you just allow things to happen. You allow things to unfold, especially if you're somebody who's very used to being in control all the time, pile 3. This is a chance where you don't get to be in control and things work out just fine. Let's get another card for you. This is from the Lover's Oracle. I have this one. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So there could be like a talk about something in this particular date or this outing or with your person. And it's like, I feel like you're overwhelmed mentally or emotionally about a situation, and this person helps you through it. Not directly, not so much by giving you advice, but by doing everything else for you that you need to do. It's like they're taking a lot of the mental and emotional load off of you so that you can work things out. And then we're going to get channeled messages from your person. I've liked you for a really long time. Yeah, it's kind of like this person has always liked you. So that's really sweet. We also have, I want more than what we have. take this several ways. I feel like if this is like a casual connection or relationship, or if it's something where you're not committed just yet, they could want commitment. Another way of seeing this is like you both want the best for each other, for your lives, and for your family if you have one. So it's like you're both always reaching for better and best. And maybe this is something to do with why your mind is in a particular space right now, pile 3. There's something very serious about this whole thing, and I feel like it's meant to be. Maybe you like a serious relationship. I want to see you so bad. Yeah. I feel like you both want to see each other really bad. I hope you're not with someone else. So if this isn't committed just yet, or if you're still casually seeing each other, your person could wonder, it's like they don't want anybody else being there for you besides them. And that's meant to be taken in they're basically claiming you, but in the healthiest way, which is by making sure you're being taken care of when you need to be taken care of. I never thought to see it that way. It's like possessiveness is not, holding someone and saying, this one's mine. Possessiveness is taking care of something that you know you treasure, that you adore and care about. It's like a plant, you give it fresh air, sunlight, water, and you allow it to bloom. You don't pluck the plant and take it with you and say it's yours. Or the flower, you don't pluck the flower and take it with you and say it's yours. So sweet. I love your person for you, pile 3. I don't know who this is, but they're a good one. I don't feel ready. This could be you or them, or maybe you both don't feel ready for this date. Like I said, it comes out of nowhere. So I feel like you have to pack last minute and you're just like, okay, whatever. I think you are very talented. I do feel like your person thinks you're very, very talented in several ways. I have a hard time communicating. What was that card we got? Was it like beyond words? Yeah, I feel like you don't have to communicate too much. You could even have like very simple communication with you and your person. Like you don't have to talk very abstractly or very eloquently or overly complicatedly. I feel like you just communicate very simply and you just get each other. Let's start over. Yeah, that card's coming through again. You and your person want to start over. Back of the deck. So we have don't trust me. I feel like in the past you couldn't trust this person, or something about trust was an issue, and I am planning on messaging you soon. And I need to feel in control. So somebody here is having issues with control, and somebody here is just wanting to start things over because they really, really care. With the don't trust me card, I mean, this could also be your person warning you not to trust somebody else, because with I hope you're not with someone else, again, gives me the idea that they might think somebody is trying to manipulate you. It doesn't even have to be romantically. It could also be like family-wise or in any other way. Maybe a boss, or maybe some weird situation going on here. But I do feel like this is going to be really... This is a nice date, and this person shows up for you, and I think that's the most important thing. But this is where I leave it, pile 3. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 4. If you chose the selenite moon, then we have a reading here for you about your next date. We're going to see who your next date is going to be with, and this is regardless of your status. You could be either single, dating, in a situationship, or even in a committed relationship if you're wondering where your next date is. We're going to see what's going to happen, where you and your person are going to be at. So for whatever reason, I'm a little out of breath right now, and I typically don't get like that. I'm rather active and stuff, so I don't know if somebody here is going to be doing a lot more physical activity than they're used to, or this could be something where you do something that is like something very active, like hike. I'm thinking of hiking, because this is the only time I get like this in dates is if I go hiking with people, or if I walk a lot. But regardless, I do feel like this is going to be a rather active setting. So for my pile 4, let's see the connecting cards we have for you and your person. We have the Warrior of Love, and I don't think I have to censor this. There is a tush hanging out, but this is kind of giving me the Knight of Wands or even Knight of Cups energy here. So somebody here is really determined to have a fun time. Like I said, lots of active energy already. We also have Sulphurus. This is number 29. I will read from the book for this because I actually don't have a opinion about sulfur. I know it smells weird, and I know it can actually be good for the skin. I'm thinking of, don't certain hot springs contain sulfur in the water and that's good for the skin? Maybe some of you could be going to like a spa of some sort. And then we have I effed up. Oh, okay. Whoever your person is, this could be you. This could be the both of you. I feel like you're very impulsive or you like to have a lot of fun. Like I said, very active. I'm gonna go ahead and read from the book for sulfur because I don't think I've ever gotten this card. So from the book, we have evaporation, up and out, both and. On an esoteric level, sulfur is the first of what is known in alchemy as tria prima, or the three primes. Along with salt and mercury, it makes up a threefold phenomenon that symbolizes the uniting of soul, body, and mind. Sulfur being the soul here, salt being the body, and mind being mercury. On a tactile level, sulfur is responsible for both the off-putting smells and the therapeutic properties of a mineral bath. It soothes and it stinks, literally. To understand sulfur is to embrace a both and mentality. Don't be discouraged if the meaning of this card seems to evaporate before your eyes. For now, keep in mind that what is gross contains beauty, and what is beautiful contains its own demise. Sulfur's job is to push the geyser up and out, dissipating the pressure. Don't be surprised if what appears to suck or stink soon becomes a great gift. So there was something similar came up in a different pile. If you're coming from that pile and you're just here to get something else, I feel like that situation still stands with this person. Take that only as confirmation. But also, what is it? Visit or look up the sulfur cauldron in Yellowstone National Park. I feel like some of you could be going, like I said, if it's not a hot springs or a hot, like a spa, doesn't even have to contain sulfur. It could be like going out into nature. Maybe you're hiking, maybe you're going for a walk. I feel like you're going to see your person in a, not a gross state, but maybe, like I said, you both will be sweating or you're going to be very vulnerable with each other. You're going to see a certain part of your person that I feel like you haven't seen before. With the I effed up, I feel like somebody here mistakes something or does something a little weird. Like I said, it's very much one of those situations where it's like, oops, I messed up, or I didn't mean to do that. So I do feel like this is going to make for a great story regardless. I feel like whatever happens in this date, you will remember. It's going to make a great story pile for, I don't know who this person is yet, other than a warrior of love. But let's go ahead and get your individual cards. I'm intending it to be on the left side and I'm intending your person to be on the right side, but feel free to choose whichever suits you best. Switch them around, etc. So for my pile four, for you we have ideation. For your person, we have hunger. Interesting. I'm just gonna lay them all out because I feel like there's a whole story to this. For my pile four, we have you could go out to eat, I mean, with the hunger. We have aligned. For you, we have aligned. For your person, we have guide. Interesting that we have a lot of yellow on your person's side so far. They're going to be very confident about whatever this is. Or maybe they're typically very confident already to begin with. You're both very comfortable. I am actually getting that, which is the odd part. You're definitely more in your mind pile four, and your person is more in the solar plexus confident energy. The warrior of love, I do feel, is them. For you, we have Lotus, Purity, number 33. And for your person, we have, oh, this is so sweet, they have Love, number 30. I will point out the numbers because some of these do look like ages that could be relevant here. Let's get your individual, well, let me get these cards and then we'll get the Gods and Goddess card deck. But I feel like you're... You're all up in your mind space. You're all about making sure things go well, pile four. And then your person is a little bit more in their solar plexus. We have evolution for you. And this is the second time the number 29 has come out. So somebody here could be the age 29 or the 29th of a month could be important. For your person, we have your guides. Why do we keep getting guide for your person? Are they literally like a guide? Is that their job? Like they could be a... like a tour guide or a park guide, or somebody who guides you on trails, or somebody who guides you through something. This person is used to that, so either that's their profession, or they could literally be this. I don't know if this ends up being a date. You know what's odd? This isn't going to be for everybody, and this is totally out of like a rom-com situation, but who knows, it might happen to you. You could show up for like a tour or some sort of trail or something, and you end up being the only person, and your guide happens to also be like really cute and single, so you both kind of end up having a little bit of a, it ends up, it's not a date of course, but it feels like it. Maybe there's a lot of back and forth between you and this person. That seems like a very, very rare few of you. There's probably only one person watching this for whom that's going to happen. Take that as it resonates. But I do feel like your person is very used to being some sort of guide here. And back of the deck, just to hit this home, we have nature. There's a nude lady here swimming in the water. So yeah, I do feel for a lot of you, you're probably going to go to somewhere out in nature, somewhere outdoors. And where that is will depend on you. It doesn't matter what the scenery, what the surroundings are. I just feel like that's happening for you. They could even be an instructor of some sort. So for my pile 4, I'm going to get a God and Titan card for your person. I'm putting them in masculine energy, but they do not have to be a man. We have Helios cycles. Again, let's say yellow here. Like, this person's very confident. And maybe even a little bit, I mean, they're going to be very charming and charismatic, but like I said, that could be part of their job. Like, I think they're used to being the center of attention or having a lot of people's attention. So they're very confident when they see you. It's like, oh, all my tricks, all my charms, all my funny jokes are going to work on pile 4. But I don't know if it does or not, because with purity and ideation, I feel like you are very, it's not that you're susceptible to people's charms. It's more like you live in your own mind space, so you could be a little bit more spacey about this, but it leaves a very genuine, it comes off as very genuine to your person. And then back of the deck, we have raw power, which again, the solar plexus has to do with the power we hold over ourselves and others. So your person is super confident. Like, I don't know how else to put it, but also they're also full of love. With love specifically, I'm getting a big heart chakra space being open. So they're very open and warm to people. They're a people person. They really do like people. I'm curious as to where they effed up, though. I guess we'll get into that in the tarot. Let's get more cards for you, pile 4. This is really interesting. Like, this is a fun one. So either this person is definitely new, or even if you've known them for some time, I feel like you get to see a different side of them. Like, maybe this person f's up a lot. Like, they could just be somebody who's a bit of a klutz, even though they're very confident. I've known people like that. They're just so confident that even when they mess up, it's like, oh, I meant to do that. Okay, so for you, pile 4, we have Scotty, Wildheart. Yeah, you're an outdoorsy person, or at the very least, you are in this situation or with this person. So if none of this is resonating with you, I would choose another pile. But regardless, I do feel you're going to be in the beautiful outdoors. Scotty, I want to say is she a Norse goddess? I'll read up on her. But we do have a wild heart here. Maybe you like to go to nature to communicate with, well, not communicate, but to be one with nature. You feel very spiritual. You feel very connected to the universe and the earth when you're out in nature. I feel like that's one thing your person's really going to like about you. They're like, especially if they already are outside a lot, they're going to be like, they know you're their type of person. They know that you would get along. Because I don't even know if you're like, because if, like, in all these cards, it almost seems like this woman is, like, these women are looking forwards and or they have their eyes closed. So it's almost like they're not really aware. Maybe you're not even aware that this person is into you, but like towards the end, you kind of recognize it's kind of like a date. I'm going to get one more goddess card, so I'm being asked to do so. Okay, 2 more. We have Sedna, Death, and Santa Muerte. So Sedna is, she's an, is it Inuit goddess? Specifically, like, I think from Alaska, from that territory. And we have orca whales here. You could see orca whales, and there is something about cold weather here with Scotty and Sedna. I feel like they're both cold weather goddesses. But then we have Santa Muerte, and she's from Mexico. So it could also be somewhere more desert-like, or maybe even in Mexico. So I do feel, honestly, pile 4, you're kind of going on some sort of soul revival, soul retreat. I feel like whatever you're going through, you're definitely going through some sort of ego death, because you're looking very deeply within yourself to see what's going on. And I feel like you go to nature kind of just to unwind or unravel a lot of your karmic baggage or issues, because I do feel with the evolution you've kind of become realigned with the person you're meant to be. So this purity and ideation may not have anything to do with this person, but this person is very aware of it, or you could even speak about this with this person. You could talk to them about your journey and stuff, and I feel like this date, it's very enlightening. I feel like there's a lot going on. Your person though, quite literally they're guiding you with cycle. I feel like they do this regularly. Cycle makes me think again of like a pattern or a trail, not so much in dating, because I feel like maybe the both of you aren't even thinking of romance, but it does end up feeling romantic by the end, because you both realize and recognize that you're very interested in each other. Because with love, this person is definitely looking for love. They have love on the brain. They could be open to that. I don't know if you are or you aren't. I feel like you are if you are going on a date. If you're here about your next date, you probably are. With hunger though, your person, it's not that they're desperate. It's more like they're the ones who is instigating more because they have a hunger for you. Pile 4. Also, another way to take that is they could literally be hungry the whole time. So you could suggest that you go out to eat after the fact, or that you do something after. So let's say you are on a trail and you walk for, I don't know, an hour or so, 2 hours. Then you decide to go eat, and that becomes the date. That's what I'm seeing. So I feel like this could be very spontaneous. It could be something unexpected. Either you've never really seen this person romantically before, or they're new, or something along those lines. Like, I feel like you don't think this is a date, but then it ends up being a date with the Warrior of Love here. Somebody here is really striving for romance. More likely your person than you, because you seem to be in a different mind space than your person. So with IF'd up though, I'm wondering, I feel like we're going to get more about that in the tarot. So if this sounds like you, if this sounds like a scenario you could find yourself in, let's go ahead and move on to the tarot portion. Your person, whatever they present themselves at, is very much who they are. I don't think they have much to hide with power and cycles. Like, they know who they are. Also, they're very confident, and you're probably going to like that. Never underestimate the power of confidence when it comes to people. I feel like that makes people a lot more attractive than looks alone. So for the tarot, we're going to start with how like the setting. I want to know the setting of the date, even though I already got nature rather strongly, or you could both really just be into nature. I also want to see what leads up to it, or anything else that might be happening. So what's the environment like here for my pile 4? We have the 6 of Swords. Quite literally, you could be traveling. Maybe you're from out of town, or you could take a bit of a trip to get there, like maybe a bit of a drive, maybe even in a different country or something like that. But 6 of Swords is usually travel, and I've heard it's travel over water because of the water here, but I don't think it necessarily has to be that. It all depends on how far you're comfortable traveling, pile 4. We have the 2 of Pentacles. Again, like, you're going out of your way to balance something out. I know some people travel to find themselves. You could literally be doing that, and things just end up working out for you. And the Knight of Wands, and here's your person again. This is the Warrior of Love, the Knight of Wands. This person, you're not expecting them, and that's why this card is reversed. You're not expecting them, and you meet them out of nowhere. It's very spontaneous, but I feel like you get along really well. I get nothing but good vibes from this person. Like, I get very friendly vibes as well. I don't think this person is a threat. You're not even going to see them as threatening or menacing. They're very honest. But let's go ahead and get cards for... I just want to know, like, how you end up being here. So let's get cards for you. Again, I'm intending you to be on the left side, your person on the right. So we have the 6 of Wands reversed. We have the 4 of Cups reversed. You're going on some emotional journey. Something internal is happening. Like, you're not even paying attention. Not saying that you're being rude to your person. It's just like you've got a lot going on internally. So you just kind of, yeah, hermit. You may not even be looking for this date. You may not be. It's not that you don't want it. It's more like you're not expecting it. I feel like deep down you're still in hermit mode. You're still kind of focusing on yourself. And then this person comes along. And it's kind of hard to say no because, again, there's something very genuine about them. I feel like you do start off as friends, or you just have like a very natural connection, and like one thing leads to another. So it's not like you're forcing this. There's no crush phase. There's no longing or desire, at least on your part. which I think is a breath of fresh air because maybe in the past you were kind of like that. This person is nothing like that. Like they're gonna show up, be there, and just like have an interest in you right away. Six of Wands reversed is interesting because I feel like you do have a reason to celebrate. I'm not sure what, but there's reasons for you to be happy and you're not. Quite honestly, pile four, it wouldn't surprise me if you're coming out of some sort of depressive episode or a situation where you're just not feeling great. And then this person comes along and just brings all this positivity. And you're just really, it gets you out of a headspace. This person's very, let me keep these, I keep wanting to turn the Wands cards up, back right up, but they're supposed to remain upside down. So for your person, what's going on with them? We have Death reversed. We have the Five of Wands. They are very active. I need you to understand that this person has a lot of stamina. They have a lot of energy. It wouldn't surprise me if they tire you out, but I think it doesn't bother you because it kind of gets you in a space where you've been wanting to be that active, especially if, like I said, sometimes when we go through depressive episodes, we are not as motivated or we just kind of lose that spark, that energy. So I feel like this person brings it back to you or they inspire that within you. Because the Five of Wands, some people see it as like, they see it as, fighting energy. I don't think it's that bad. To me, it's competition. To me, it's also like a back and forth. There's probably a lot of witty banter between you and this person. I feel like they instigate it more. So they might joke around with you a lot more than you joke around with them. But I feel like you appreciate it. I feel like you actually, they definitely get a laugh out of you a few times. Let's get more cards. This person could be a fire sign, by the way. I'm getting that very strongly. So Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. You have the Ace of Wands. There was another pile that had this. Okay, so this person, this is an option. But one, you definitely spark interest in them. They're very attracted to you from the moment they meet you. I feel like it's both your energy, your looks, and your overall, there's just something about you. This person can't put their name, sorry, the words into it, but they really like you. Like they're into you. Death reversed is interesting because I feel like this person, they have a bit of a past. Like they've definitely gone through a transformation as well. And I don't think they really talk about this. They're not going to talk about this, or this could even have happened recently, but you may even sense it, especially if you're very, if you're a little bit more psychic, if you're a little bit more intuitive, you could probably sense that. Because I feel like the Hermit and the Death card kind of vibe off of each other. So you're both going to be in this space where like you've got stuff going on internally, but you're open to whatever this meeting is, to whatever this date is. Because I feel like for a lot of you, this really doesn't, it's not planned. It just kind of happens. But they're very attracted to you. They find you very enticing, very attractive. I think they're going to leave that option open if you did want to just, have a hookup or something. But it doesn't mean that they're pressuring you into it. I feel like they'd be open to it if you're open to it. Because the way I'm tapping into this person's energy, they're very considerate. Like they do not want to make you feel uncomfortable. But at the same time, they're very into you and want to express that. Very mature person. I like this. I like this person. So let's go ahead and get a card where you both meet. A connecting card for this date. How is this date going to end? Justice. At the very least, you both become friends. At the very least, you had a really great time. I do see you exchanging like contact information. So whether it's following each other on socials or having each other's number, whatever the case is, I do see something building off of this. Justice is also Libra, and Libra is also a card of partnership. Sorry, a sign that deals a lot with sociability and partnerships. So I feel like at the very least, you're going to have a good friend from this. I actually kind of like this. Like you're both on very similar pages. I just feel like your person shows up for you a little bit more and you're going to enjoy that. I feel like it's going to be a breath of fresh air. Back of the deck, we have the Magician, and I'm not surprised because I feel like after this initial date, rendezvous, meeting, whatever it is, you're going to keep manifesting each other. Queen of Wands. You're going to feel like you don't really live up to the hype. I feel like you're going to be going through some sort of thing where you have to reshape your mind around what you deserve in love, relationships, or even just dating, because this person is very into you and you may feel weird about it. Like I said, you're going through something, you don't know if you're ready. And I feel like the only thing that's going to prevent this from blossoming further is whatever blockages or apprehensions that you yourself may have piled for. So just do be wary of that. I feel like you're really going to like this person. You're going to have a great time. They're also very considerate. Like this person, like I said, they're very attracted and they may put that offer out on the table for something here, but they're not going to pressure you into it, because maybe in the past they were a little bit more like this, but now they're not. Now it's just like, you know what, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. However, I am attracted to you. And I guess it depends on what you're looking for. You know, some people are looking for something casual and some people are looking for something more long term. It all depends on where you are. So that's the date, pile 4. I actually kind of like this. It seems very refreshing. It feels very different. So, well, at least to me, I've never seen a date like this where you just go somewhere and suddenly, boom, you meet somebody and you get along. So I guess take that as it resonates. I feel like if you're more used to spontaneous dates, then I guess that could apply. So for closing messages, we're doing channeled messages, but I also want to do the affirmators and lovers oracle. For my pile 4, we have honesty. This heralds a wonderful time of rooting yourself in complete and total honesty. It might seem scary to tell the truth all the time with everyone about everything, but when you practice radical honesty, you can stop hiding and start relaxing. The best part is honesty from you inspires honesty from others, what results in a root into in trust parade, and everyone's invited except the bagpipe players. And stop being mean to bagpipe players, affirmators. But yeah, I feel like you and this person are going to be very honest with each other. You're going to find it very easy to be so. Lots of strong Sagittarian energy here. So somebody could have either strong Sagittarius placements or be a Sagittarius themselves, because they are also one of those signs of truth. That along with Scorpio. I feel like people seem to think that Scorpio is sneaky and secret and private, but they're also full of honesty. Take that if it resonates, pile 4. I feel like I just triggered somebody in saying that Scorpios are honest. Not all, of course, but still. Let's get your lover's oracle. For my pile 4, lover's oracle card. What's going on with them? We have, oh, pretty. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Yeah, like I said, you're wondering why certain things ended up the way they did. You might be going through turmoil. And I feel like this is one of many blessings that is going to come your way. Like I said, when you least expect it, when you're least anticipating it, this person comes along and you have a great time with them. And then we're going to get some channeled messages from your person. We have, I never met anyone like you before. Yeah, I feel like they've never met anyone like you. You're definitely very different to them. Wow, you are beautiful. Like I said, they're very attracted to you the first moment they meet you. I want to get back together. This is going to be after this first rendezvous, after this first meeting. They're going to want to see you again. So they're definitely going to want that. It's up to you whether you want to or not. I do feel like they leave it up to you. I am still healing. This is the both of you. Maybe more you than your person, but you're definitely still healing. I feel connected to you. There's going to be an instant connection. You're going to hit it off right away. You're going to get along. I think you are out of my league. Yeah, they just think you're very attractive. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if they find it very lucky that they got to be with someone like you for whatever moment in time that they were, because they would probably think, I could never meet somebody like pile 4 if I was just, you know, out on my own or out a dating app or, you know, whatever. I feel like they find themselves very lucky. Your kindness has changed my life. This could be your kindness or their kindness to you. I feel like it's the kindness you show to each other. And you found out something about me. So you could find out something about your person, or they could find out something about you. Again, after the date. I feel like it's not during. Maybe you look up their socials and realize that they're, you know, there's something interesting about them. And then reach out to me, please. Yeah, they're going to want to keep in contact. But like I said, pile 4, it's up to you depending on how much you like this person or how it goes, how you experience this. But this is where I leave it, pile 4. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 5. If you chose the selenite heart, then we have a reading here for you about your next date. We're going to see what this next date with you and your person is, who this person may be, and this is open to anybody in any sort of relationship status, whether you're single, casually seeing somebody, maybe in a situationship, or even in a relationship and you're just wondering what you and your person are going to do next. We're here for you. So pile 5, let's go ahead and get your connecting cards. We have a beautiful face. Interesting. I want to say this came out in another pile, so if you want to take that as confirmation from that pile you can. I just need to censor that. We have Saturn. Interesting. And I'm getting lost in the memories. You know what's okay? I have full disclosure, pile 5. I redid this pile because the original one didn't feel like a date at all. It felt like an obligation to somebody that someone knew. And either they could have been in a relationship with them or not. I don't know, but I'm getting something similar here. Because with Saturn, a beautiful phase, and I'm getting lost in the memories. Saturn is something that, think of chores, think of taxes, think of things that you need to do that are kind of more on the necessary side. Like, it's not always fun. Saturn can be fun. I personally love to do things that are kind of boring or that are necessary, but that's me with my Sun trine Saturn astrological terms. But here with I'm getting lost in the memories. In the previous version of pile 5, I had a similar card, but it came out with this deck. So there's something about the past, there's something about memories. This could be somebody that you know from your past, somebody you are currently with. You have history with this person. A beautiful face does let me know that this person finds you very attractive. They definitely believe you're beautiful. It's also the number 3, which makes me think of Empress energy from the tarot. So you could definitely be in Empress energy with this person. This person could make you feel beautiful, or they could just spoil you a lot. So I feel like this person, they have a natural love towards you. Even with Saturn. Saturn in astrology can also be seen as dedication. You see this in a lot of astrological charts of people who are, if not married, because it's definitely a commitment planet. It's an aspect of feeling the need to do something for somebody. Like, this person feels like they owe you, or that they want to do things for you. It's very natural for them to commit themselves to you, or to want to do things for you. Like, it's a labor of love, let's put it that way. So I feel like your next date, again, I was trying to avoid this energy, but I feel like it's coming through again. I'm not sure if it's going to be the exact same reading, but let's go ahead and get your individual cards here for my pile 5. I'm intending you to be on the left side over here, and your person to be on the right side. Feel free to switch them around if you feel like you need to. So for my pile 5, let's see how your person views you with the goddess cards. We have Rangda, fear. You're intimidating. Look, they find you beautiful, but you're also intimidating. It could easily be that they fear you, or that maybe you instill fear in the hearts of souls everywhere. I don't know. But there's something about your energy where there's like a fear, or maybe you yourself could be going through something that you are fearing, or something that you are just, I don't know. I feel it more from them. It's almost like your presence is beautiful, but it's also fearful. Think of, like, you could also just make them nervous. I'm thinking of people that are just so attractive that you almost fear messing up around them, or fear like being like you fear messing up. That's what I get your person doing or feeling here. And then for your person, and even though I'm getting goddess and god cards, you do not have to be these genders. Make them fit your energy here. I'm just putting your person in masculine energy. We have Shiva, destroyer. Interesting. Shiva, the destroyer. His consort is, I want to say it's Parvati. She was very loyal and dedicated to him. Again, there's a sense of loyalty here to each other. So even if you're not together, let's say this is like an ex or somebody from the past, or somebody that you're not even really, if it's a situationship or something very casual, I still feel like you find doing things together very natural. Like, this is somebody that you could just go do chores with and it would feel natural somehow. But with them, destroyer, I wonder if they're the ones who ended something here with fear and destroyer. Or maybe you both kind of know, again, this is like a necessary thing that you both have to go through. Back of the deck, what do we have? Sacrifice, Mitra. This person sacrificing something for you. I don't know. Again, they find it very easy to do things for you, even if it's like they find it easy to sacrifice things for you, or to do things that they otherwise wouldn't like to do for you. So I don't know if this is like, you know, the most exciting kind of date, but it's definitely something that you both need to go through. What's the back of the deck for you? We have Circe, manifest. It's possible that you could have been manifesting this. Maybe they owe you something and you wanted to manifest it from them. Or even if you didn't, I feel like underneath that Pele, passion, yeah. Ooh, okay. I feel like it's going to be the same reading. Sometimes there's just things we can't escape, you know? And I feel like this could be something faded. So it's like a faded date or a fading outing, meeting with this person. This person, definitely someone you have memories with. That's the most I can say. They could have strong Saturn aspects, or they could be going through a Saturn return. So that would make them like late 20s. I want to say the age is 26 to about 28, 29 maybe. Let's get more cards. For you, we have lacking, number 20. And for your person, we have grounded. Yeah, this is the exact same reading. We can't escape it. Okay, pile 5, if you're here, this is something a little bit more faded than maybe you may like. And if you don't like that, you can always choose another pile. You can rebuke it. You can ask Spirit kindly to take this away, because what you do to this person, you ground them. You put them in an energy where they can handle things a lot better. And even if you don't really do anything other than just show up and be there and sit there with your pretty face, I feel like they're okay with that. There's something about your energy or even your advice that allows them to do the things that they need to do, because they're going through something with Destroyer and Sacrifice. It could even be like them having to do something difficult, them having to do something that is like, I don't know what this is, but they're doing something that they don't want to do, and you're the best person there to be moral support. With lacking, for you, I feel like they kind of come to you at a time where you feel a little lacking, or where you may have nothing to do, because I don't feel like you're lacking in self-confidence. I don't feel like you're lacking in worth at all. At least, you know, not the usual, you know, how we all tend to have a little bit of we're not good enough kind of energy. I'm not getting that from you. It's more like you're not doing anything, so you kind of agree. It's like time makes itself for this occasion or this situation. So it's really interesting. Like I said, it's a little faded. And I don't always like faded things like this, because I feel like I don't know, we do have freedom of will. We do have more freedom of will here. But in this case, you and this person are going to go through something. So let's just get your cards. I want to see what's going on. For you, we have space, like I said. And now I'm hearing Taylor Swift. I got a blank space, baby. And I'll write your name. Maybe quite literally you're penciling them into your busy schedule. Or like your schedule clears up out of nowhere for this person. Like maybe you had appointments or something, and then those appointments cancel or they get switched and you have time for them. With your person's sadness. Your person's grieving. In the original 5th pile that I did, the death card came out like 3 times. It wasn't like I couldn't make it up. I kind of wish I had kept it now. But the death card came out 3 times. Basically a transformation, or something must come to an end, and they're going to have to be the ones who are doing something. Either for example, they could be signing divorce papers, or they could, maybe if they're dealing with a death in the family, if they have like a older family member and everybody kind of knows that time is coming soon. That's what I'm getting from your person. And you help them stay grounded in a time of sadness, or in a time when they again sacrifice. It's like they're giving up a lot in order for this to happen, and you just kind of go along for the ride. I feel like you're honestly, it's kind of like a guardian angel is what I'm feeling you are to this person, or they feel you're the best person to be there with them. Let's go ahead and, what other cards did I get? I'm trying to remember what cards I used. The deck's not which ones came out shuffled, but for my pile 5, there's an awkwardness to this. I'm not gonna lie. There's an awkwardness between you and your person. And for some of you, you may even have deja vu. Like a strong sense of deja vu here. For you, we have fire. They find you very attractive. Like, I don't know how else. I don't know if they just need some good looking person to be on their arm for this whole situation. I don't know if that kind of helps them. But that's what I'm seeing. And I know this feels weird. They might even pay you for your time. Because that came out in the previous one as well. And then for your person, we have 4, intuition. Their intuition is going to ask them to do this. It's weird. We're getting different cards, but the same message. Pile 5, like, I don't know how woo you are into the tarot thing, but I mean, you are at a tarot reading. But there have been times where I've tried to read things differently by choosing a different deck, a different day, a different time. The fact that this came through, and I did this reading days ago, I had to wait for the time to make itself here for this reading. This person's intuition is gonna basically bring them back to you. You and this person definitely have a soul bond level. I feel like you do, at least to some extent. That said, you can release them, you can decord, but I feel like Spirit is keeping the both of you on by just one thin little thread for this particular situation or this particular event. This has to be an event. So it feels less like a date and more like a rendezvous. It could be something where you actually have to dress up and look nice. For example, if we are talking about, you know, a passing in the family, you may have to dress nice to go to the services for this person. Back of the deck, we have your guides. Yeah, your guides are guiding you here. You're a guardian angel to this person, or they see you this way. I don't know why they're asking you for this, but I feel like this is... And it doesn't feel like a date either, except for the fact that you're dressing up, looking nice, and being there for this person. And maybe the people that they know also kind of want to see you as well. All right, let's get cards for you, pile 5. You get 2. We have change and feminine. Yeah, there's something about your feminine energy. Even if you're a man, this could be your presence. This could be like how you just tend to look good. You talk to people easily. You're a very soft presence. Regardless of your gender, they want this energy around them, and you're the best energy for them to go through this. And I can easily see the conversation being awkward when they ask you to do this, and you might be like, no. But with change, I feel like time will have passed enough that you both are on better terms here, because there's a high chance you're not even with this person. Let's say that you've divorced and this is like your ex-spouse's parent who passes away. Of course, there's going to be some sort of history there, and they would want you to be there. Take that as it resonates. Of course, I feel like that would be the scenario that makes more sense to me. But yeah, I feel like you're definitely in your feminine energy this entire time, because all you can really do is stand there and smile and look good and be, you know, a comforting ear and shoulder to cry on, is what I'm getting for you, pile 5. Let's go ahead and get cards for your person, though. This person is coming to you in a time of need, and even though it's not really a date, it's going to feel like it, because you know how when you're on a date, you get ready and you're on your best behavior. That's essentially what this is. They also get 2 cards, abundance and growth. I kid you not, this card came out, and no, it wasn't in this deck. It was in a different deck, but an abundance card came out in the original pile 5. This person is going through a growth phase. They're definitely growing. They're changing. They're going through a lot. And abundance, like I said, they'll pay you for your time. They'll pay you for your time here. Interesting numbers coming through. We already mentioned 3 for the Empress. Number 7, which is a number of good luck, yes, but also to me, it's a number of spirituality, because in the life path, number 7 tends to be very spiritual. We have the number 20 twice, so this could be somebody that you knew in your 20s, or maybe you were both 20 at some point when you were together. We also have 19, 11. Somebody here could be life path 11. Number 4, 5. Interesting. 3, 4, 5. Something about a sequence. And then 36 and 26. So maybe you're something about 10 years, 10 months, a time of 10. Like a gap of 10 something. Back of the deck, we have heart, love. Yeah. Number 30. So I feel like this person definitely has a very natural love for you. Or there could be just a lot of love in this situation. If this resonates, let's go ahead and move on to the tarot. Like I said, I feel like in the previous version of this reading, I try to change it, but I feel like this is something that for my pile 5, you may just have to hear, because it's gonna be a date in that they call you up, they ask you to go somewhere, and you go with them. But romantic, I'm not sure. There is we did get the passion card kind of come through, and the beautiful face. Like I said, they find you attractive, but there's something about this whole situation that's really interesting. This is definitely a side quest. I don't think anybody here, or maybe some of you do have a situation where this would make sense. I'm curious to know who clicked on this pile, because if you did, chances are some situation like this will happen in your future. I don't know if it's the near future. It could be, further on in the future. But for my pile 5, let's go ahead and see how your date is. I want to see the environment of this. So where will it be? A little bit more on this person and the situation, what leads up to this. We have the 7 of Pentacles, again with the number 7. July could be important. This could take place in July. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. I'm seeing a farm or farmland. Maybe some of you are going out into the country or into the woods, or whatever the version of that is in where you live. Not the city, essentially. You're going to where there's more nature. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So I'm definitely getting a lot more talk going on. I feel like you're going to be a very strong conversationalist this entire time. You're probably going to talk to a lot of people who haven't seen you in some time, or you could just be making conversation with people that you have just met. There's something about your elegance, your grace, your charm. This person really needs that, because I think they're going to be a little bit either distracted, they could be an emotional mess, they could otherwise just be something else. They're going to want you to be like a presence for them, because they know they can't do what they need to do in terms of pleasantries, and they want you to do this. With the Seven of Pentacles reverse, it's almost like this feels like a job for you. You feel like you're here to do a specific task, but you're not going to show it, because of course, you know, you're not going to go ahead and tell people, oh yeah, this person paid me to be out here. You're not telling them that. But I feel like, well, if they don't pay you, it could just be compensation. Maybe they'll do something for you. You're doing them a big favor, and they're going to repay it by you being here. And the only reason it feels like a date is because you and this person have history, and because, again, you're just having to put on some sort of mask for other people. With the Knight of Pentacles reversed, I do feel like this is patience, but also kind of feeling uncomfortable, because Pentacles energy is earth energy, and earth energy is all about comfort. Think Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You could be this, or your person could be this. You could both be this. There's something here about comfort, and I feel like you're gonna be really good at not showing your discomfort, but you might be a little bit, just because you may be at a loss for words. But the thing is, I do see people really enjoying your presence. You're very stabilizing to a lot of people. Like, you have a very grounding presence. You're very stable. You always know what to say and do. You might even have some sort of background in whatever this is. Like, maybe you have experience with this before, so you might have a lot of good stories to tell people. You might have the exact advice that they need. It's kind of interesting. If this isn't something where, like, let's say this isn't a funeral or a death in the family. This could just be a situation where, like, your skills are needed, and this person just really thinks you're good at this. Therefore, they ask you to do this. Ace of Swords. I feel like this is also something a little, I mean, out of the ordinary. Like, there's definitely, your person could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I almost said Sagittarius. They could have Sagittarius, but Gemini. Yeah, this is weird. So let's go ahead and see your individual energies here. Pile 5. So for my pile 5, I'm intending it to be on the left side, your person on the right. We have the Ace of Wands. Man. Death and the Magician. Yep. The Magician came through. I want to say it did as well. And then Death reversed. Some of you could literally be mediums, but I don't think you will use your mediumship here. Let's put it that way. I feel like you're just really good at the topic of spirituality. If not, it's whatever you're really good. You're really good at difficult situations or intense situations. I see you being really good at this. Hence why this person asked you to come along. Like, they wouldn't just call anybody for this. This is you. And I feel like, again, that kind of, that hits you. The Ace of Wands is a call to action. I feel like this will feel like a call to action. You may even feel like this is fated. You may even feel like this is a bit of a soul contract, or something that you kind of agreed to just for the sake of this. But it could be like a one-off thing. Like, I don't know if you'll have anything to do with your person after this, if you're not already together. 5 of Cups. It's possible you could travel overseas or cross a bridge here. It's almost like the bridge you didn't burn, you have to cross again. And maybe even try to burn this bridge. Let's go ahead and get cards for your person. I hope this is making sense, pile 5. Like, I tried to make this cute and fun, but this pile, there's something about it. We have the 8 of Pentacles reversed for your person, the 4 of Pentacles reversed for your person. Your person has tried really hard. 3 of Cups. They're gonna want to have a great time on the outside. I feel like they're trying to show just how unbothered they are, but the truth is they have a lot going on. 8 of Pentacles reversed, things didn't work out the way they wanted. They didn't get what they want out of something. 4 of Pentacles reversed, they're having to let go of something. This card came out as well. They're having to let go of something that they may have a hard time letting go of, but they're not letting this, like, they're gonna have a hard time letting this go. Again, 3 and 4 are coming through here, and as well as 5. 3, 4, 5. This could take place March, April, May, or the 3rd, 4th, 5th of any month here. So this could easily be a weekend that you have to do with this person. Back of the deck, 6 of Swords. Yeah, you're going somewhere. They're going to take you somewhere. So they could even just cover your expenses for your trip, if there is a trip. A helicopter flying overhead, just for confirmation. Yeah, I had to pause it and then hit record whenever this helicopter came through. If this person owns a helicopter and they fly you out, that'd be amazing. I don't know how many people who click this file would do that though. Back of the deck, King of Cups. This person truly adores you. I don't know if that's going to be a thing. It's kind of like, if this is a situationship, they could ask you to like a very important thing that you wouldn't have thought a casual person would ask you out to do, which is kind of, again, this is interesting. Let's say you only, like, you and this person don't really have much aside from whatever your casualness is. It's like this person asks you to do this and you're kind of there. If you're already with this person, if you're already committed, again, I feel like it wouldn't be, just because it wouldn't feel this awkward. This person, they still have a thing for you, and it might be that they're hoping this could kind of lure you back to them, but I don't know if that would work. I don't know how feasible that is. Okay, let's get your connecting energy. We have the 10 of Wands, lightning burdens. Yeah, back of the deck, Knight of Wands. Okay, so not gonna lie, pile 5, it is possible this person could try and win you back over, or they could suggest something. Of course you can say no. I don't think this has to happen necessarily, but with the 10 of Wands, I am seeing that you're both trying to make life easier for each other. You are gonna want to go on this. I don't know why. Because Magician, I feel like you've been manifesting this. I don't know why you were manifesting this. Maybe somebody here owes you something. Maybe you wanted to see somebody through. Maybe you got really close to somebody in this person's inner circle and you want to see them again. Or you want to be there for them. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, maybe you have children that you both share. This could easily be like the parent of one of your children. Therefore, you go with them. But I feel like with the 10 of Wands, the whole point of this is for it to not be as difficult as it has to be. It's like you're lightening the load here for this person, but they're also doing that for you because, like I said, you're going to be well compensated here. You're going to, this person will want to cover things for you because they're aware that what they're asking is a little unorthodox. I keep hearing that, unorthodox. Is there some religious ceremony that's unorthodox or something? I don't know. But your person is going to want to cover this because you're their best bet. With the Magician, they definitely see you in a very positive light. And like I said, you're going to feel like you're going to want to go on this. And I feel like this is just here to tell you. I don't know if there's romance here. There is, because there's the King of Cups again. There's Swords. You already broke this person's heart. Maybe they broke yours. Justice. It's quite possible you're divorced because Justice can be the divorce card. 8 of Wands. And maybe for some of you, you kind of feel like this is closure for something. If this is a person from your past, it's like the absolute closure. Or, you know, the next step to being on amicable terms with them. If it's somebody you know you never want to get back with again. If this is a situationship, let me tell you, I feel like this person is... First of all, I don't know where they get this idea. If this is somebody who's casual and you haven't even met their family, but they want you to come along, I feel like they're doing this more for themselves than they are for everybody else, but it somehow ends up working out. Because I have seen this where people bring like the new person into their family at the most unexpected times. This could even be a wedding. Maybe they're going to like a sibling's wedding and they want to bring you along even though they've only known you for, I don't know, a few days, weeks or something. That could definitely be the case here, but it's kind of like, it feels weird, but it's going to work out because it's fated. Because I've done this reading twice, pile 5, and here we are again. Different cards, similar message coming through. I just feel like in this one it's a little less well, let me not say anything because the Knight of Wands is here. There is an undertone of like sensuality and passion, but that's optional. You do not have to take that here. Of course, pile 5, I guess it depends on who this person is and where you stand with them, but I do feel like this is going to be something out of the ordinary, and it only feels like a date again because this person asked you. So let's go ahead and move on to some closing advice. Anything else that wants to come through? Again, I don't know if you clicked on this pile and you're very strongly drawn to it, and just let me know if this happens and what happens. I'm so curious. You can email me if you don't want to talk about it. But like, I've never had a reading like this, quite honestly. So for your closing advice, you're getting some channeled messages, but let's start with the affirmators and the Lover's Oracle cards for my pile 5. Okay, you get 2. 3, wow. Appreciation. Yes, I definitely feel that. I appreciate the unique ways other people show their love rather than compare their ways with my ways. Then I appreciate myself for maturely putting up with people who just can't seem to show love the normal, obvious, universally accepted way. Good job, both of us. Yeah, I feel like they show their appreciation, love, and interest in you very differently than most. Pile 5. We have pleasure. I give myself permission to feel pleasure, and I let that pleasure rush into my life in the decadent display of over-the-top abundance. Then I realize that pleasure has been waiting at my door for a long time. It's just that pleasure doesn't knock on doors because loud noises aren't super pleasant. I do feel this whole situation is actually going to be very pleasant, believe it or not. I don't think it's going to be anything. It might be awkward, but you'll make it not awkward. Does that make sense? Like, this feels very Taurian in energy, or Libra. Again, the Empress, Venusian energy is coming through, mostly from you, because you're really good at setting the mood, setting a scene, and making things better than most other people, which is so interesting. This person really appreciates your vibe. Integrity. I align with the center of myself, a glowing core of personal integrity. Emanating from the core is the knowledge that I never have to compromise who I am or what I am for anybody. I can live a life that doesn't include settling, unless I want to settle, in which case settling would be my idea of perfection and would cease to be considered settling. Ugh, paradoxes hurt. So, there is something to be said about your integrity. If you had made a promise to this person that you would be there for them here, whether it's in a soul contract or in like human life, you stick by that. And I feel like that's another reason why you show up for this person, even if you otherwise wouldn't have. Integrity also lets me know people are going to really appreciate that you showed up for your person in this way. It's just so interesting. There's a lot of respect here between you and this person. I need you to understand. I feel like, because you know what, this card was standing out. I'm just going to show it, because the next is the Lover's Oracle, and they're very steamy in a passionate embrace, sensual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. It's possible. Like I said, if this is like a situationship, something casual, I feel like no duh, you might do this, and this is something that you already do. If it's a committed partner, again, you might already do this. If this is somebody from your past, it's possible you could reunite in this way. I'm just saying that so that you can prepare yourself that this person might ask you to do this, or so you can take the precautions necessary here. Especially those of you who have gone through a dry spell and you just happen to like be around this person. It's such an interesting story that this is telling. I'm not gonna lie. This sounds like a romance novel or something. Let's go ahead and get your last card though. I think you've gotten the most cards in the closing advice pile 5. I guess because there's a lot of questions here. We also have this one. Let me censor that. And we have this lady with this tree. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. This could be something you tell people. Like, I feel like you bring a lot of joy and softness and good times to people who may really need it. It's like you're a breath of fresh air. It's like if people are going through something interesting, you bring something different to them and they really like it. I don't know. You're just a vibe pile 5. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, channeled messages. Channeled messages from your person. Or from spirit, whichever makes more sense. I want to see you so bad. Okay, honestly, I feel like this person, I hope this isn't the case, but it could be that you and this person haven't seen each other in a while and they just kind of use this as, I mean, I don't think they're using this as an excuse to bring you along for the trip, but it's like, you know, they really want to see you, but they also kind of want you to come along with them. Maybe they don't really have a lot of time off, and this is like one of the times that they have an extended amount of time to be away from work or other duties. Therefore, they kind of ask you to come along with them. And I feel like you're both going to want to see each other. That said, the circumstances are interesting in which you both go. We have let's start over. If this is somebody from the past, they could want to start over. If you let me, I'll take care of you. I think they will take care of you here in this instance, like I said, because it's so weird what they're asking you to do here. I never met anyone like you before. Yeah, again, this is why they want you here. You're very different. I ran away. So this person could have initially run away here. There could be a moment when you're on this particular, it's definitely not just one day. I am getting that. Like I said, it's like a weekend, maybe a week. It's some extended amount of time when you and this person are together. And it could be possible that at some point they decide to not run away, but they like get lost for a few moments, or maybe you get lost. Something about somebody here running away is important. It could be you or this person. It could have been in the relationship as well. Maybe they ran. Don't trust me. I do feel like you may not trust some of what's going on here just because it's so interesting. Oh, okay. So what Spirit is telling me with don't trust me, this person, they're having a rough time with this. So don't trust everything they say, not because they're intentionally lying to you. It's just that they don't trust themselves. Therefore, they're kind of hoping you see through that. They're kind of hoping that you catch them in that. I know that sounds weird. Like I said, this person is in a time of need and you're their best person here for this. I'm spying on you. This is other people. When they get to know you, it's like, you know, like when you meet family, like your significant other's family, you meet them and then they start the Googling, they start the Facebook or social media stalking, whatever the case. That's what I'm seeing. People are spying on you. People are going to be looking at you. I feel like that's going to be a no-brainer. They're going to wonder who you are, what you are, like what's going on here. So this isn't your person. I mean, maybe they're also checking out your socials, but this is definitely other people. I am not sure what I am feeling. I don't think anybody is sure what they're feeling. Neither you nor your person. This is a very interesting one, pile 5. And reach out to me, please. Okay, so I think they've been wanting you to reach out for some time. So they finally reach out and they ask you to do this. Yeah, this is where I leave it. Pile 5, this is such an interesting pile. I don't know what to wish you in this case, other than love, clarity, and for everything to turn out fine, regardless of how awkward, weird, or out of... I keep wanting to say out of pocket this might be, which makes sense. It's just definitely out of pocket to use the slang of the younger generation. But this is where I leave you, pile 5. Thank you so much for letting me reach out. Thank you for letting me read for you. Someone's reaching out. Thank you for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next reading. Take care.